And good evening, everyone. I didn't even get on here to be on here for a long time. I just got on here to say good afternoon and also to thank everyone um, that signed up for to become a member. I did a video for the members only. Also, I was trying to figure out how to do that, and so I'm gonna get that taken care of. I'm sitting here looking like Aquanisha right now because, child, I'm getting ready to get my hair redone, but I just want to thank everyone for the support. I have some people that are sincerely dedicated, you know, that come on here and they're extremely dedicated. Hey, Miss Laura, you know, I know a lot of people. For me, I'm laid back, and I'm laid back because I'm a thinker, right? And then two, I always try to stay at 0 and 1, right? Because I don't have a middle. It's just straight to 100. So I always just try to stay cool and always treat people the way I want to be treated. But for the most part, with the subscribers, you guys are extremely dedicated. I really appreciate, you know, what you all do, the respect. You know, I know it's not easy to come into a place because even sometimes I might cuss. Hey, Miss C. Hello, Miss C. I did a video for the members only talking about some things. I'm trying to figure out how to upload it. I'm gonna figure that out, child. Once this lady get through braiding on my head. I said I'm sitting here looking like Aquanisha right now because my hair is so thick. It's just puffed up because I had to wash it and stuff. But I got on to thank you all just for your support. I think as I've been saying for the longest, I want to take you all on a journey with me. I know we're on this Dolph situation right now, and there are so many people that want justice for Dolph. You know, and I guess because I am a investigator by profession, I understand how investigations work, and you can't release too much information. So even though sometimes we get all antsy in the pants and things of that nature, because some things seem obvious, or you may know somebody did something, you know, but you have to prove it. And so hello Trouble, hello Ken Doty, Miss Maria. Um oh, Miss Laura says she's gonna be a member. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Miss Laura. Um so but you have to give the investigators time on any case, and that's how it has always been, so it can be airtight. There's nothing worse than microwaving a case and taking it to court and the person walking out. And because of the double jeopardy laws, that person can walk out and say, "Yes, I took him out, I killed him," and that person can never be tried again. They can say it in the face of the police officers. And believe me, stuff like that has happened before somewhere. It happens all the time. So a lot of us are on here for one come and go, and I appreciate you all being so respectful, and I really appreciate everybody's perspective. Child, I be trying to figure out, sometimes I be like, Lord, it be some people coming here and they go, "Well, Miss T, I had heard it, this and that." I go, Lord, I don't know where that person came from, but I sure respect what you say. But I'm like, Lord, Lord have mercy. But I understand, everybody. Hey, Pooh Black, I ain't seen you in here in a long time. Hello, love. 615, the real, I believe 615. Is that Nashville? That's Nashville. You up the street. Um, Hit the join button on the I guess when you on my on the front of my page, on my page channel, like the very front. Yeah, you right in Nashville. Who raised the roof of Tennessee, right? And like I said, for the most part, I do believe that there are a lot of people that want justice for Dolph. Because I'm an investigator, I can always know when something is off, when something is left. But like I said, hey, um, for the most part, I believe a lot of us are on here, um, for Dolph, and not just for Dolph. We're going to be talking about a whole lot of other stuff. You know, we're going to talk about a whole lot of other stuff because I do believe that a lot of us are like minded, and we want things to be right. You know, we want things to be right, even with the trolls. I've gotten quite a bit of them. I've gotten quite a bit of them. It was a young lady got on my page the other day. But see, you have to understand, I understand that there are people that are sent to try and distract, that are cracked out, that are alcoholics, and that are just plain messed over mentally. Okay. And I believe that she was sent to harass me, you know. So I'm not gonna even give her the pleasure, but I don't take harassment lightly. I just don't. I don't take it lightly. That's you kind of operating in my territory when you harass me. I take it to the limits. I don't take it lightly, and it's sad that people will risk their freedom and things of that nature because they want to harass people. You don't agree with what I say? Stay off my page, okay? But you're not. I understand there are people that are put out there to try to change the narrative. Because one thing about me, if you want to know something about me, all you got to do is ask me. I'll tell you. And if it ain't none of your business, I'm gonna tell you that too. Okay? But you don't have to try to find out nothing. Ask me, and I'm gonna tell you. Okay? I'm gonna tell you. Thank you, Miss Laura. Thank you, Miss C. And I try to be patient because I understand, like working for the police departments for so long, even with what I do now. Y'all, I have so many different types of people to come to me. You would never believe like the type of work that we do. The type of work that we do, and we do a lot of different type of work. But can you imagine working for their police department for almost 20 years alone, and all different types of personality? There are some people that are 603s for real. Okay, they are 603s for real, and that's the code for a mentally ill person in police code. Okay, and you have to know how to deal with people when you are easily sent out, when you want to go and just you're always trying to find something negative. It's something wrong with that. And like I said, I've seen it all. So that's why I try and be patient, with everybody, and not get off of track, because we got a lot of work to do on here, right? We got a lot of things to talk about. We want to bring awareness to a lot of stuff. We're on a journey. And the moment you start letting a 603 get you off of track, you are off of the journey, you know. And I do believe that a lot of the people that are on here with me, and when I say, and I ain't talking about y'all, I'm not talking about none of my subscribers. You ask me something, more than likely I'm gonna tell you. You know, um, I'm talking about those that's looking for something that's sent. Ask me, and if it ain't, because people feel like you're supposed to be telling them who you dating, who your children are, stuff like that, stuff that ain't that stuff, something that's gonna get them put in jail. Um, okay, because oftentimes people want something on you so that they can harass you. I'm good because yeah. But a lot of times when there are plants, anyways, they go, well, she ain't really, there ain't no, really nothing with her. Let's see let's see, and that's deadly territory when you start trying to mess with somebody's kids. But believe it or not, people are like that, and I've seen that on here. I'm like, oh my God, the people don't know that they're dealing in criminal activity, and I just can't understand it. I can't understand why people wake up to try to make other people's lives miserable. Okay, I've never been. That's got to be a mental illness all by itself. Miss Laura says, yes, ma'am, Miss C. Flame Cash says, can we talk about Dolph producer band play? Father got killed and mother in Colombia. Really? Can we talk about Dolph producer band play? Father got killed and mother in Colombia. I didn't know that. When did that happen? Flame Cash. Hey, Auntie Fee. Hello, Crown Jewels. Nobody is talking about either, which I think is strange. This is big news. He is getting no condolences. I didn't even know. I didn't even know that. When did this happen? Kawana says, I want to become a member, but it's like I put a bad taste in your mouth. Is don't even know you. When did you put a bad taste in my mouth? Kawana, I didn't even know if me and you have had words or something. I don't even remember. Flamecash says, that was 2 days ago. Kawana, I don't even remember. If me and you, I don't know what you're talking about. Flamecash, spit the facts, bro. I would like to know who Flamecash is. And y'all say he was Dolph's producer? And you said his family was taken out? And see, and that's another thing that I've been noticing in this Dolph situation. I'm not the only one. A lot of times when I get on here, I know people say, "Well, you the police." Well, yeah, I guess you could say that. Because I do investigative work. I do investigative work. I do get. I mean, I think I said it. I do get contracts from the federal agents, the federal government, and we do investigative work of all kind. I am a full fledged firm. I worked for the police departments for almost 20 years. I mean, I still have a lot of friends and stuff over there. So when I get on here, oftentimes, and it's so funny because a lot of times I be so tickled when people say her page had them police. They sure do. They be interacting with y'all up under different names all the time, but they don't come in here for what y'all think. They come in here because they're my friends. Okay, they come in here because they're my friends and they be enjoying. Because every police officer in Memphis is not on the Dolph's case. They have other cases too. You know, all of the federal agents at TVI are not on Dolph's case. You know, it's just that we work together, so we have relationships. So that's why you never really hear me say anything when we're laughing and having fun and stuff. You might hear me say sometimes, thank you for coming in here, such and such, because I know, but at the same time, I think it's weird that people are I'm getting back to this young man. He said something about Cash Flame's family. Flame Cash family. Yeah, I don't know what Miss Kawana talking about. Because I don't remember seeing Miss Kawana in here. So I don't know what she's talking about. Um I'm still trying to figure out why Key Glock show got shut down. I didn't know his show got shut down, and I thought that they said it was sold out. But now I think I've been saying in that situation with Key Glock, I was sort of kind of concerned because I just kind of felt like it may be a little dangerous around that area for whatever reasons. It's Indiana is kind of iffy to me right now as it relates to Key Glock. But I'm sure that's why I have to be careful, and a lot of other, because I see a lot of bloggers, they be on it. And even a lot of the bloggers that are not on it, some of them I truly respect because I do believe that they're trying to find out the truth. But you think about some of these people that are being taken out. I think it's a sad thing, you know. I don't know if this young man's family had anything to do with Dolph's case because this is my first time hearing that Flame Cash. Um, but it's alarming to me. The first night I watched your show and you see my name and went into frowning, calling my name, but I still Miss Kawana, I promise to God I don't remember. You said I was frowning? I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all. You said I was frowning and calling your name. Um 6:15 the real says, Miss T, I think I'm doing something wrong because when I click on your name, it doesn't say anything about it's right up under my picture on my channel, up at the top. It's gonna say join. It says join. Um, Hello, Joy Loves God. Thank you. Hey, Natural Born Queen. Thank you, Monica J. Shantae. Mike Jones. Grove Hero was just here. Keep Glock concert. Then get shut down. They must have meant sold out. Yeah, because I thought I saw on his page he said Indianapolis showed out. He said Indianapolis showed they asses. They came out and they supported. That's what I thought. I was kind of concerned about around that Fort Wayne area. But you know, we do want justice for Dolph, you guys. And like I said, I want to keep everybody on the right path. You know, there was a young lady, like I said, that had posted on my page. I think I've been very open about I don't know Black Youngster myself, but his cousin has been my best friend. One of his older cousins that's my age since I was 5 and she was 7. And you know, I understand people like to make up stuff, but I think somebody sent her out to do that. And then she goes, you black youngster's cousin's best friend." Absolutely, 100%. We was been best friends before Black Youngster was ever even thought of. I've never in my life even met Black Youngster. You know, I grew up in South Memphis. And then she goes, "And you frequented the cookie shop." Now, that almost made me mad because I'm like, okay, now people making up stuff. I've gone in that cookie shop a couple times because I do like their butter cookies. I've gone in there in the past a few times. Everybody in Memphis has been in that cookie shop. That's what I can't understand about people. If they truly want to know what has happened to Doc, why are they sitting up watching other vloggers trying to nitpick everything? You think I'm gonna hide the fact that that's my best friend? That's my rider. And like I said, rather I believe that whatever I believe that Black Youngster didn't do, you know, um, she's always in here and she cares about her cousin. Like I told her, I'm not gonna stop. I can't stop my viewers or my subscribers from thinking whatever they want to think or saying whatever they want to say as it relates to this case. But I've tried to always be respectful, whether what I believe or don't believe. Sometimes what it, you know, it comes up, but that's my friend. That's my best friend. Since we was 5, our mothers was very close and still talk all the time to this very day. We grew up in the same project, you know, and she was just one of those ones went to school together. Now we got different type of friends because she out in the street. I ain't. I went another direction. I went the law way and she went another way. But that's just one of those young ladies that I grew up with, you know. Um Word in Indy they was gonna try some after the show, but that couldn't but they couldn't was too many security. But he in the next city now. Long live dog. Well, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Because as I've said before, but I'm gonna get back to this lady that posted on my page. Find you somebody else to harass. I don't take harassment lightly. Okay. I don't take harassment lightly. When people wanted, if everybody wants to try to, if people are on here to try to find out what has happened to Dolph, first of all, the police know what has happened to Dolph. I think I've been saying that. It's all a matter of convicting and proving. Okay. And people try to distract. I understand people are paid to get on here to try to distract. They're paid to try to spin the narrative. And a lot of these people are, I see, because somebody got on my page last night that was on here and said, that's right. Miss C said Jay Fizzle in here. Oops, I do believe. I ain't trying to bust rest in peace Young Dolph out, hint hint, but we kind of believe that that's Jay Fizzle. Rest in peace Young Dolph, hint hint. Yeah, I was looking at a video, a interview of rest of Jay Fizzle the other day, and I was like, "Dog, Jay Fizzle got his voice sounds familiar," and I kept listening. And I was like, rest in peace, Young Dolph. Well, a couple weeks back, I was like, rest in peace, Young Dolph. That sounds just like him. So I asked rest in peace, Young Dolph the first time. I said, rest in peace, Young Dolph. Did you because you seem to know everything about Dolph and everything that has happened down through the years. Do you know Dolph? Did you know Dolph? And he hesitated. No, I met him at a concert one time. I don't live in Memphis. I said, okay, now he got the Memphis accent. So I knew that was a lie. I was like, okay, that's weird. But I hint thought rest in peace, Young Dolph is Jay Fizzle. Hint. But he said he ain't. He said he ain't. It's weird because he wasn't on here for a while. And then I went and looked at Jay Fizzle's page and they was on a bus touring. I said, okay. But I don't know. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Make it make sense. But anyways, back to the young lady. What was I talking about? People that are distracted. Yeah. People are sent to distract. It's a lot of these vloggers gonna go to jail. They flat foot gonna end up in jail. That's why I say people will do anything for some money. When you get on here and you mislead people, that's not a crime. When you get on here and start threatening people and intimidating witnesses and witness tampering, that's a crime. And if everybody wants justice for Dolph, the witnesses are going to be the ones to help to get this case solved. They're the most That's the intricate part of an investigation. The witnesses that are brave enough to come forward. The witnesses that come forward, they're the heroes. We don't shame them. They're the heroes, right? And we definitely don't want to intimidate them. We definitely don't want to intimidate them. So, yeah, Miss C said, hint, hint. Yeah, that's a hint, hint. And I listen to voices very clearly. I listen to what people say very closely. And I listen to voices, the sound of people's voices. I pay close attention to stuff. And I even went back, rest in peace, Young Dog. I went back and looked at that interview again. And I was like, let me see how he pronounced some of his words. I was like, dog, that's just too close not to be now. They even are pronouncing some of them words the same. Let's see. He might have, and Missy, he might have. I didn't comment nothing else. I just left it alone. Flame Cash says, at Trouble Real Blood cousin Key Glock, not just his friend. Yeah. Key is the cousin through marriage, not blood. Yeah. Key Glock and Key Glock's aunt raised him while his mother was in prison, if I'm not mistaken. And Dolph's blood uncle was married to Key Glock's auntie. And Glock says that they was like second parents to him, you know, growing up. His uncle was very instrumental. His dad's brother was very instrumental in his life also. But his dad's brother was married to Key Glock's auntie, the one that raised him. Yeah. And I don't think Key Glock had nothing to do with Dolph's murder. Okay. I don't try to take up for people when somebody do wrong. If before I take up for them, I won't say nothing, right? But when I know something is not, when I know that, and I don't like to see people falsely accused. And if I wasn't sure, I wouldn't say anything, right? I would go, well, I don't know, but Key Glock didn't have anything to do with Dolph's situation. Some people wanted Dolph gone, but it wasn't Key Glock. Seems like quite a few people wanted him gone, but it wasn't none of his artists that pre. And I want to see them thrive as independent artists. I want to see them thrive. Now, what may have happened? This is what I think may have happened, and this is just my theory. You find young men that go back and forth with each other all the time, right? And see, that's, you have to pay close attention to that. People kind of get off on left. They go left and they kind of get off on the wrong track. When you see young men, when you have master manipulators in the background, and you kind of see men going back and forth with each other, right? Young men, because even though they're these boys are 20, 21, 22, 23, still young and naive, okay? I think that was an opportunity when the emotions was flying. If Key Glock and them were arguing, and which they all went to school together. They had been going. I'm sure kids that go to school together. They fall out and be friends again. They grew up in they. So it's nothing to me when, because the people in Memphis understand. You don't hear people in Memphis talking about Key Glock has something to do with it just because they see Key Glock on a picture with Straight Drop, because we understand the neighborhoods in Memphis. We understand that they all went to one school over there. That's Hamilton. Them kids grew up together. We understand that. We understand that they was Castelia and Orange Mound, which is where those kids were living at, are right there together. They're neighborhood kids, which means they interact with each other. You can't live in a neighborhood and not interact, especially not these kids. Okay. So I don't think Key Glock understood at that point how jealous. I don't think Key Glock thought in a million years that they would take Dolph down because of their jealousy. But I think what happened was when they started beefing with each other, there's always a master manipulator, the person that's really at the root of this, that caused these beefs with these kids. And they tell them, well, you got to choose a side. You can't be over there on the other side, this, and that. And then they start beefing back and forth because they was always arguing back and forth. And I think the master manipulators took that as an opportunity to plant seeds in these naive kids' head. Okay, that was their opportunity to boost them up to go and take out Dolph. They did that. They looked at that as an opportunity to go and take out Dolph. That's what I think. They boosted up a bunch of kids that wanted, you know. Anyways, I have my opinions about stuff. You know, do I feel like there's a bag behind Dolph's head? I mean, that was put on his head, of course. I think, sorry, I believe it was. I think it was. I believe, and it's just my opinion. Nobody has told me this. I believe there was several people that put a bag on it, that went together and put a bag on his head, and then there were some people that made sure that the money was passed down. So I just think it's a lot of people involved, to the people that initially executed that. A lot of people think that Cornelius is innocent. I don't think Cornelius is innocent. I think he has some type of involvement in it. Okay. I I do. I think that Cornelius, people go, well, he didn't know Straight Drop and them. Cornelius lived right in that neighborhood. I keep saying he lived in that neighborhood. A lot of people think that Little Migos and Cornelius are brothers. I don't believe that, because I do believe that was checked out. I do believe that was checked out. Okay. I do believe that that was checked out. I keep saying that. And that's easy to check out. All you got to do is anything is accessible, okay? Especially to the police department, because all you got to do is type it in your computer. They're hooked up to different agencies. They ain't got to go over there to the health department to get no birth certificate. They could pull it up. Now, if somebody is brothers, they need to have the same mom and daddy or the same mama or daddy. I don't know if that is so, okay? I don't know if that's so. Now, why that was put into the atmosphere, I don't know. Sometimes when people want to funnel money to lawyers and stuff, they need a reason, they need an excuse. Well, that's my brother, okay? That it didn't work out good. So I think the last thing I heard was they saying they cousins. That's kind of harder to prove in their eyes. But when they want you, they're gonna run that down. We need to know how you cousins. What a bloodline at? What's going on with that? Okay. Um, Somebody got on here and said the other day that somebody's family member is a police officer. I forgot who they say. I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. As hot as this case is, if a patrolman is in has put themselves in this, they're gonna do more time than whoever the relative is that they're trying to protect. Because one thing about it, at the police department, and I, but I don't know if that's true. But people have relatives on the police department. I mean, they do, but I just don't. Anybody can't get into no cases because they're locked, especially to see who witnesses are. And if they do have a relative, they better be very careful if they're trying to intimidate witnesses, because they're gonna do more time at their penitentiary than their own relative they're trying to cover for, because they took an oath. Oh, okay, they said Lil Migo's aunt is a cop. Okay, they better keep Lil Migo up under a rock, because it's something about Lil Migos that is kind of off. It takes me a little off balance, but I'm not gonna speak on that. I let the officers do what they're supposed to do. 20 by 5 is 100. Why I said think about it, and it's 5 big. Who ain't mess with Dolph? Lamigo, okay. Because whoever, like I said, these, as hard as this case is, if I was an officer, I sure wouldn't be trying to incorporate myself in nothing illegal. Because them federal agents walk up in them bureaus. I've seen it. We came to arrest such and such and walk them up out of there while they sitting at work. Flamecast says they didn't mess with Dog. Might have been 5 people who didn't like, but not enough to put 20K on them. It's only just 2 people involved. I think 200K. Okay, so who are the 2 people? Thank you, Miss C. Hello, Miss Arlene. Yeah, I do believe that there's going to be justice for Dolph. I was looking at Auntie Fee earlier, and she says that um, Devin Barnes is his name Devin? That he got out. I just kind of believe that brother gonna go do something stupid. He gonna be back in. It's just something about when they want to believe that they're gangsters. They won't. They just it's just something. If you get a live audience talk show, I'm going to be the first to buy tickets. Your show be popping. Only way your show is going up. Thank you, Andrew. Rest in peace, Young Dog says you're not getting the fact youngster them got money to get people knocked off too. And these people crazy enough to still be taking money for his. You know what? I don't know if anybody if anybody collected 500 G's for Dolph's murder, and we don't know anything about, and they'll never say anything about that. And I'm gonna tell you why, because they wouldn't know. And I'm gonna tell you, hey Donna, I'm gonna tell you how I know that, because I worked over when I worked for MPD, I worked in Crime Stoppers. We what we did was, okay, Auntie Fee said his bond is paid. We when we would take tips from people, the tip line rings all day, every day. We would take tips and give them a tip number. That's how we identified them. We could not ask them their name. We could not ask them that name. Ms. Donna said lots of cyber bullies. Yeah, there are a lot of cyber bullies. But we couldn't ask them their names. We could not nothing. And those people were coming over there getting big money, because sometimes, depending on how big the case was, they would count them out $25,000 in cash. They didn't know their names. All we knew is they had the tip number. You know, they had a little questionnaire, 5 questions, um, but we never knew their name. And they was the ones in the communities that was solving these cases, getting these criminals off of the street. Miss Donna said lots of cyber bullies. Yeah, there are a lot of cyber bullies, and bullying is a crime. Cyberbullying is a crime too. See, people need to know the laws. Some of these folks can need to be prosecuted. He had it posted on Twitter and then removed the message. I hope that's not what I think. Did someone? But yeah, they said Devin Burns have bonded out. Hello, Carlos. So that's going to be interesting. But just because they bonded out right now, um, the news people reported it. That's how I knew he was going to represent Justin Johnson. Okay. It will put them at risk for coming forward with information. Yeah, and I'm sure there are a lot of witnesses. We want the witnesses to be kept safe. I don't even want to know who the witnesses are, right? Because the witnesses' lives would be in danger. These people, for what I'm told, still trying to pay to have people taken out. People, you got to be crazy to let somebody pay you to take out another life. you know. And shout out to Auntie Fee and all the other vloggers that are doing good. Miss Lowdown. There are a lot of vloggers on here. Um, Rose Golds. Who else do I be looking at? I think I kind of be binge watching. Oh, Cold Figure. Of course, y'all know I'm a Cold Figure fan. Um, when the lawyers saw how publicized and angry people were about Dolph murder, that lawyer backed down. Let's see, they don't know what gangster is. Back in the day, OG gangsters moved so different and dressed different. That's true. Wow, straight drop manager out for real. That's a strange. Wonder what money they paid to get him out. I think his bond was $20,000. That straight drops the manager. His bond was 20,000, which means they ain't have to pay but 2,000. Um, I remember that, but straight drop didn't turn himself in when he was supposed to. The world needed Dolph. You know what? A lot of people feel like that attorney backed off because um they feel like that attorney backed off because straight drop didn't turn himself in. I don't think that's the case. I think their intentions were to backdoor him anyways. That attorney gonna need to represent some more people. And if he ain't careful, he gonna need somebody to represent him. Auntie Phil, yeah, he didn't. See. Backlash made him back off. No, that's not. I don't. No, I think because he represent. I just think he was never intending on. Um, I don't think that he was ever intending to represent him. I think that they've been back. They was gonna backdoor him anyways. That was already determined. I think they wanted to make him think that they was going to take care of him. Tell Burns is not straight drop manager. CEO teases straight drops manager. Devin Barnes ain't managing nobody. I thought the judge said Barnes had to show where the money for bond was coming. His bond was 20,000, which means he only had to pay two. So $2,000 really ain't no money. You know, they let him sit in there for a little bit, and then whoever bonded him out, they just let him sit in there for a minute. I guess to make it look good. I don't know. Now, if CEO Bobby has a very big bond. Okay, so if he bonded out, they would probably have to show where that money came from. Okay, they said that he's Straight Drops manager. Yeah, Daddy-O is Pre's manager. Okay. Tamara, what is the climate in Memphis and the on this case? Is it still getting attention to track? Yeah, it's still getting a lot of attention. But I have to say now, I think a lot of the YouTube bloggers have been keeping the heat on the authorities because they've brought a lot of attention um, all over the world on this Dow situation, and we really appreciate that because a lot of times you have to keep the attention on it that forces that keeps the your foot on their neck, and it forces them to continue to do what they have to do or supposed to do. And Monica J, you speaking of Cornelius Smith, not Devin Barnes. Miss T shows his bond was 100K. So Burns bond was 100K. I thought it was 20,000. CEO teased it down in Montego Bay, Jamaica. I'm sure he could have posted. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm sure teasing them got a lot of money. I'm sure at this point, Teasy is probably the one with all the money. At this point, straight drop in jail. Um, yeah, but it's gonna catch up. You know what? I think it's gonna catch up to these people. It's gonna catch up. Yeah, I thought CEO Bobby's was at one point it was 200 and something. It might be 100 and something now. Hmm. Okay. Um. That's what I thought I saw. Burns' bail bond was 20K. But I can't wait until all of this is tied up. There's some people that's on the street right now. That's some real dangerous people. Yeah, they too arrogant, and I think they're willing to do anything to stay on the street. It ain't gonna happen. That's why I said I think in the end, a lot of these people are going to be classified as serial killers. They think that they're gangsters, but really they're going to be looked at as serial. Because I think in the end, it's going to be a couple, maybe a person or two, and this is just in my opinion, in this Dobbs case, to really get the death penalty because of the hits that they've been sending, and probably the hitter that they send. It's sad when you think that you can take out everybody or pay people to intimidate folks. I wouldn't want to get caught up in that. I wouldn't let nobody pay me to intimidate witnesses. His first charge is 20K, then they put the Dolph murder. Okay. Agree with you, T. Come back a bite him yeah, it's gonna come back a bite him in the butt, because the thing about it is, it's one thing when you're taking people out because you don't want the authorities to know. It's another thing when they already know. They already know. And so when people get taken out, they are automatically know that you had something to do with it, because they know that this person was a witness in this. The link is bond 100K. And you could tell by a lot of them eyes that they're very devilish. Now they out here living their best life when Dolph could have been living his. That's what I don't get and confuse me too much. They tried to do that for rank and respect, but looking scared now. Yeah, a lot of them thought, it's not gonna work out for any of them. Anybody that was involved in this, it's not gonna work out. Anybody stuff with a gun or some sort of weapon in hand. The boys in jail now have no protection but hands. That's true. It says, why are people getting bails? Well, and one or two things happened. Either Devin Barnes, they couldn't link him directly to it. I'm sure he knows what happened, but they couldn't link him to it. Or the other thing is, the other thing might be that who's to say that he didn't cooperate? I don't think when a person charged with murder should get bail. I don't think Devin Barnes was ever charged with murder. I don't think he ever was. Innocent until proven guilty. Okay, well, that's true. That's true. But my thing is, if people are saying, because I've heard people say that they don't believe straight drop involved. If straight drop isn't involved, why don't he save himself? I sure wouldn't be going to jail for nobody else. I wouldn't care what they call me. I'm not gonna do nobody else's time. If a person ain't got no problem with you going, and a person ain't got no problem with you going, and yeah, it's the law. That's true. It is. It's the law. I agree. And see, when people get mad, and I understand what you're saying, when people get mad at the investigators, you have to understand they have to work within the perimeters of the law. Because even if you charge a person and you don't work within the perimeters of the law, when they have good attorneys, they be looking for anything that you've done wrong to get their case thrown out on a technicality. So sometimes you just have to slow walk them. They always talking about the walk me down game. Sometimes the investigators just have to slow walk it. They have to slow walk them down. You know. Lori says straight drop is scared to talk. His baby mom and mom is on the street. That's true. I agree. And that's sad. But I agree, you know. And they know that he's scared to talk. You know, they feel like at some point he's not going to say anything. But I think if, you know, I don't know. A lot of times when you've done so much dirt, you really can't talk. Right. And I think Teasy was just wanted for questioning also. Kawana said it's time for Straight Drop to get to talking. Yeah. If Straight Drop wasn't involved, it's a young lady that came that was on here one day, and I can't remember her name. And she says that she talked to Straight Drop every day. I don't know if that's true, but she said that Straight Drop, they was telling Straight Drop to drop them videos. Somebody was telling him everything to do. And you know, I would like to hear more of what she has to say because it sounds logical. I'm not saying he wasn't involved, but I do believe that somebody was telling him, man, do this, say that, because they wanted everybody, they wanted him to take the fall. He had already did the dirt and they wanted the eyes off of them and to push him out front so everybody could hate him. Either he could be assassinated next so he wouldn't talk, or he could be the next to be arrested. Donna says, make me mad, Miss T. They going killing these people, then scary. It comes to them and their family. That's true. It's a sad thing when people are putting hits on folks just because they feel like I'm gangster. You know, somebody said that they was looking at Black Youngster's page. I won't say who it was. And they said he was just blatantly, just bold. And I thought Black Youngster had gotten quiet. I don't know. I don't watch his page like that. But they said at that point they understood that something got to be done. Somebody on that they said he was just on his page talking about we mob and something, just kind of being bold. I believe this was recently. And see, I was told that Black Youngster don't post on his page no more. I didn't think he did. That person was watching this page and said he do. And I'm not saying that Black Youngster them had anything to do with this. I'm just saying, you know, it's tasteless what is happening. But I said that to say this: people be watching you. But anyways, we're gonna move on from that. Um, let's see. Black Youngster got quiet when the feds started the RICO. I don't know. Somebody said that he's not quiet. A Pretty Old Purpose says, "Oh, you're the one that did the interview with Miss Deborah." Yes, I am. Miss C says Soldier Boy has been quiet. He has been quiet. Soldier Boy has been really quiet. I think Soldier Boy might have messed up when he had that temper tantrum, but somebody said he just had a baby too. But I think Soldier Boy might have messed up when he threw that temper tantrum and said, "Then y'all learned the first time." I don't think that's gonna be able to go away. That might come back to haunt him. Strait was appointed to take the charge, but they instilled that he would get right out. They did. Absolutely. I agree with you, TLO. Um, Make It Make Sense says Straight Drops baby mama ain't got nothing to worry about. She grew up with Trula Mafia. Okay. Folks all at the White House just arrogant and cocky. All of them need to go to jail. Thank you, Pretty on Purpose. I appreciate that. Yeah, people get arrogant, But a pride comes before, right before a fall, right? Pride comes before a fall. Isn't that something? Pride comes before a fall. And just when you think you've gotten away, you realize you haven't. So that's why I don't really worry, you know. I feel bad for Dolph's family. Um I feel bad for Dolph because Dolph was a young man, and he was basically taken out because of jealousy. And I hope when all of this is over that there is, just like they when Trump was in office, they bust open that human trafficking ring because it was going on forever. I was like, God, why is it when that human trafficking ring was going on? I was like, why isn't something being done about this? These children are being trafficked and abducted and things of that nature. And then Trump got into office and he knew exactly what was going on. And his might have been a little bit, he was trying to get back at a lot of those celebrities, but he knew where the bones, the skeletons was, and he bust that wide open, right? Well, when I believe that music industry at some point is going to have to something similar with these young men losing their lives. As far as a lot, you would be surprised at how a lot of these artists be in on this stuff because they want to be the next best thing. Okay, it's just it's a evil thing. But like I was saying last night, we have the power because if we don't support them, they couldn't be what they are. You know. Thank you, Pretty on Purpose. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But I was getting on here, you guys. I was like, I wanted to get on here and thank my subscribers because oftentimes, when you get on here, I always pray before I get on here because, like I said, it is a spiritual battle. Like the internet is another dimension. Yes, I have a membership. When you on my homepage up at the top, click join, and that's the membership. Right up under my picture on my I guess it's the homepage. Um Up there at the top. And you have to deal with a lot of different things. Just it's a lot of devils in the atmosphere. It's a lot of people that don't want the truth out. On not just on Daw's case, but I'm talking about on anything. When people do evil things, they fight and they get allies to try to keep the truth from coming out. But the thing about it is, in Daw's situation, no vlogger could ever tell the investigators nothing that they don't already know. Right? They already know. Whatever it is to know, they know whatever we don't know. So, but I had to get on here. I wanted to thank you all just for being subscribers and just the professionalism, because like I said, sometimes it could be a spiritual battle. And one thing that I can say, I do believe, especially all the subscribers over here, even the ones that are spectators, want justice for Dolph, right? Want justice for all those other people that we're going to talk about, and anybody who has not received justice yet. So, Alvarez says, seems like people feel better spilling evil when in front. Wait a minute, that jumped. Right. When in front of the computer, they feel better spilling. Right. I can't understand that. You know, like I always say, our people got to do better. I don't, I can't, I'm not with that crabs in a barrel mentality. And you start putting your energy into other things, it takes you off of course. And some people want you to be taken off course because that's their job, to distract. And that's why I refuse to be distracted. Um, when you click on my homepage, the page with the picture, you know where you subscribe, it's right there next to the subscribe button on my front page. Where you hit subscribe, hit the join button. Thank you, 901 King Deshaun, and thank you, Miss Arlene. Absolutely, that's what I try to tell everybody. When people say, "Well, how come they didn't show all of the videos?" Or the whole video, why did they just show certain things? Because the investigators, when they have people to come forward, they know every car that was out there. Okay, they got videos from every angle. If they don't put it on the news and somebody comes forward and say, well, there was an orange car that was back there on the side of the washer, well, they're gonna know that person know what they're talking about. And they might say Junebug and Little Rufus and May May, that's who was in that car. Well, they're gonna know that person is onto something because that was never put on the news. They're gonna go, okay, that's something we didn't show. So that person ain't BSing. This is a person to talk to. So whatever other vehicles that was in that area and in that vicinity, they already know who was in that vicinity because they got the pings. If somebody can call them and name those people or give an anonymous tip, they're gonna say this person know what they're talking about. See, I understand a lot of people don't understand um investigations. I'll be happy when they get the money men too. Because it's so many things, there's so many people starving in the world. It's so many people suffering and struggling in the world, and people don't know nothing else to do but to pay for hits. They take their money to pay to have somebody killed. It's a lot of people that are terrorists, and I'm glad they're gonna be charged as serial killers. They need to be. This stuff got to stop. It's got to stop. Yep, it's got to stop. Miss C says there's a timestamp on those photos. People coming out with what photos you talking about, Miss C? Let's see. I heard somebody say evil millionaires treat regular people like cattle. I can't understand it, especially when you're one of the ones that grew up in the hood. When you one of the ones that came from the struggle. It seemed like to me, just like Dolph was, be quiet, Remy, you would be more empathetic because you grew up in that struggle. All UFOs are unwarranted around me. Is there a stamp on these photos? Let's see. The sad thing is that won't erase their jealousy of Dolph. Now it won't. They're still hating him even in his death. I found, but I'd rather not use my Visa. I'm going to get a not get card tamped. Okay. Okay. They are pushing that narrative because they need views like shares, trying to put food on the table for their kids, clickbait, and no way he was kidnapped. Somebody said Dolph was kidnapped. They were blessed with money and talent and messed it up. Absolutely. They basically messing their life. They basically already messed their lives up. Girl, I'm about to give her away. She's a Yorkie. She's a full-blooded Yorkie. Remy gets on my nerves so bad. Sometimes I be wanting to give her away. Dow supposedly was at Ruth Chris the night before and killed. Then somebody said Dow was so okay. Yeah, I think the investigators got when Doc pulled up. They know exactly what time he pulled up at that. Well, I probably need to save that for my members only. Let's see, anything about Corn Dog getting bonds. A lot of people think that Cornelius is gonna get bond. And I think with Cornelius, I think Judge Coffee is probably gonna give him a bond, but it might be 20 million. We'd like to see how he gonna make that 20 million. It might be 10 million. We still like to see how somebody attempt to make that $10 million bond. Carlos said, "Give me her. She a bark on her. She is so spoiled. She is so spoiled." He had the same yellow shirt. I saw the pic. Well, it might go with what somebody. It was somebody that posted on my page. I keep trying to tell y'all now. If he was at the Ruth Chris the night before, it was a young lady that posted in my comments and she erased it. I looked for it. I had somebody else to help me look for that comment. If I could remember her name, I could get some people to retrieve it, even after it's been deleted. I cannot remember who she was. She posted in my comments, she said, and this is when I first started, and this is when I first started vlogging on this case. I looked at my comments and she had posted, she said, Dolph spent the night with a young lady and he was followed from her house. Somebody, her baby dad or somebody had somebody watching her house and they followed him from her house. And it was a whole paragraph. I can't remember everything verbatim. We looked for that comment. Me and somebody else, we could not find it. But I went back and looked for it a couple weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago. And it was posted about 2 months ago. And the person had deleted it because I didn't respond to it. And they made another comment up under another video because I was not responding. And I hate that so bad because that's when I first started vlogging on this. I can't remember the name of the person. Like I said, me and somebody else looked at every video I had and read every comment. They deleted. I can't even remember the name of the person. Hello, Player Cole. As soon as she get up the road, you're going to want her back. I know I'll be missing her so much. Miss T is no option to join. Really? Let me see. I see it. It's right up there by it's right up under my picture. It's right next to where you on my YouTube channel where you see Real Talk with Tamara. It's right there next, like right across from where you see Real Talk with Tamara on my channel link. If you remember the month, scream all the conversation. Y'all have to start screenshotting things. I know, right? I completely ignored it. I did. And she was really trying to get my attention. Player Cole says, what's popping? As soon as I started reading Player Codes, it jumped. Okay. What's popping? Okay. You could tell Player Code is a 100% Memphis dude. I promise you. That's that thing. What's happening? What's popping? Now New Orleans is what's happening. What's happening? Memphis is what's popping. Make it make sense. That might have been true because Dolph had on the same clothes. Right. He had on the same clothes. So you think about that now with more coming out, it might have some type of validity to it. Player Cole in the house. See, you have to be a laptop or computer. Oh, okay. So you have to be on a laptop or a computer. Okay. Let's see. Doc was a celebrity, but he had that originality of a normal person. Doc walked around Memphis like a regular guy. Yes, he did. Thank you, Miss Maria. She's a new member. Thank you, Miss Maria. Miss Tamara, this is Carl from Houston, originally from Greenville, Mississippi. I really love watching your show. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Carl. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. See, when he say more, I lose it. Yes, they said he was missing for 2 days. I seen the picture. I think a coat figure I seen. It gave me the option to join, but no option to pay. Okay. Hmm. That's weird. Somebody said you have to be on a laptop or something. I don't know. I truly appreciate y'all's memberships. I did a video for members only and I was trying to figure out how to upload it. I still got it. Um Man, you from Memphis. Why these bloggers talked about Dolph was kidnapped and killed the night before and his body placed at Makeda's? That makes no sense. Now that's my first time hearing that. I didn't know people were saying that. um some of these bloggers lie about their info. That's what Donna says. There are a lot of them that mislead. Sometimes I wonder, and they have a lot of views too. I'm like, dog, that don't even sound right. Like, even if I didn't know some of what I know, it still wouldn't sound right, right? It still wouldn't sound right, because I let's see some. Oh, I've heard some people say that dog parents set him up. I've heard people say everything. I think everybody has been accused of it, and I'm waiting on it, except for his grandmother, Ida Mae. She's passed away, but I'm just waiting on somebody to say Ida Mae was not really passed. She's really not deceased, and she was a Mac doing like what Tupac did, came back like Machiavelli. I mean, I'm just thinking of the elaborate stuff, and she was angry because she had to, she was an angry woman, and she was in hiding, and she came back when Doc was grown, or he wouldn't take, or I'm just waiting. Somebody gonna be able to put it together real good. And the sad thing about it is, some people gonna believe it. Some of this stuff, people, um, people believe, and I can't understand, you know And then with some people, I think there are a lot of people that want to keep an open mind, but you also have to understand people I've been very firm because I understand. I know what I know, and then I know that people try and plant bad seeds to try and confuse you, have you all over the place. They want you to report so much different stuff because if you do, then it kind of takes away from your credibility. They want for the stuff you to report it, and then it end up being false. People do that, and that's what I can't understand. Like, you got the energy to do that. You're a sick individual. Why would you want for somebody to look bad? It's not gonna help you none. So, like I said, that crabs in a barrel mentality. People just want to see other folks look bad. It's a lot of sick people. It's a lot of sick people. Oh wow. Miss Lowdown snapped on Onin last night. Oh wow, I didn't know that. Teresa Kane says no. I just tried it from my phone and it worked, but I don't want to put my credit card. Okay, I understand that they run them cap videos up so fast. Yeah, like a lot of the stuff is extremely unbelievable, And people, they have a lot of viewers. I'm like, oh my God, you know, um, it's weird. I see some of the things that people do, and just because I don't say anything don't mean I don't see it. I understand that some people are paid to try and discredit folks. Um, some people are paid to try and intimidate anybody that could possibly be a witness or anything like that. Um, they're plants, but that's criminal. That's criminal. Kawana Maxi says anything possible. They doing whatever for likes and some change. That's true. And then some people just doing some things for money. I was listening to one of these vloggers. It was one of those computer, those one. I don't know. You know what? This guy don't have a computer voice. He's actually got a real voice, but the stuff he say is completely hilarious, and it's so it. And I think when he doing that vlog, and he get about 4 or 5 thousand views every time, and people be liking the video. I think he be tickled to himself. I think he be tickling himself just listening to him with the crazy stuff that he say. I think he be doing everything he can just listen to his voice to keep from laughing at himself. I think he be tickled by some of the stuff he come up with, and I think he come up with it as he be talking. TLO says it was said he was killed the early part of the morning between 1 and 3 a.m. His body was moved. I heard a blogger there was no blood at the Makitas, and therefore the body was put there. Yeah, nobody really knows that. Those folks, I don't believe that's true. Because you hear people say that there was no blood, and then on the same note they'll say, well, how come I saw them cleaning all this, they was over there, the police let them clean that up. So what was they cleaning up if it wasn't no blood? So I don't know. You saying Dolph brother let off? Yeah, I've heard. I don't believe a Dolph brother is a victim in here. They tried to take Dolph brother out too. You know, people was, and this is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. The reason that there was shots in that door, Dolph's brother, from my understanding, was in that shop with him. His brother was in that shop with him. Okay. I do believe that the person that is believed to be straight drop allegedly that had that handgun, I believe Dolph's brother was standing at that door. Dolph had his back turned to that window. Maybe Dolph's brother was standing at that door. The only reason he would shoot bullets into that door like that is because, you have to think about, they had to have been shooting at Dolph's brother to get an attempted murder charge. I believe they was aiming at him. I don't. That's just what I believe. I believe he was standing right there at that door, and that's what Straight Drop allegedly, the one with the handgun, when he came up late, he was kind of late. He started shooting at him. I think he started shooting at him. That's what I think. I don't know though, but I do. Okay. Ona started out good. Okay. Why no bullet holes in the car? And I don't want Deshaun yet lying on them pre-artists like that, folks. Right behind is so sad. Yeah, the pre-artists didn't have anything to do with that. I'm so tired of these bloggers lying and fighting. Yeah. If Dolph felt he was being followed, I think he would have called the security Dolph's car was bulletproof, so I didn't think Dolph would have gotten out his car or let his brother leave his side. His subscribers started building and he was losing it. Remind me of Tasha K. Who you talk about, Laura? How they go say justice for Dolph then scream free cornbread? Right. You, like I said, you can't serve two masters. Yeah, you know, you say you want justice for Dolph and then say free straight dropping cornbread. I'm not gonna say 901 Deshaun King. I don't even remember the name of the person. But Donna, if that was true, they would be able to get the fingerprints off Dolph's body. Okay. People are scaring the witnesses to not go for, and that's a crime. And I think people are strategically trying to intimidate witnesses if that's true. Because somebody got on my page last night and said people are trying to find witnesses. I believe that's what they said. And I can't understand why anybody that wants justice for Dolph, that really want justice for Dolph, would be trying to find the witnesses. I believe that means that person or those people are planted, because that's witness tampering and witness intimidation. If there are any witnesses, I need to ask my friend. I'm gonna put, because it's an I'm gonna put how you can directly contact those federal agents, because with witness tampering, and it's funny because a lot of them be on here. That was my first time hearing that. Why would anybody want, that's a crime. Why would anybody be trying to get in touch with witnesses to mess up a case? Especially if they want justice for Dolph. Oh Lord. My heart go out to Marcus. He had to witness that. You could tell Marcus was flipping out. Um, and I would have to. Now I'm gonna tell you, that girl that was on the scene, whoever that young lady was that had that phone, she said, "Why are they arresting him? He was letting that Draco go." Hold on for a second, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back. TLO says, "Did you hear the young lady that said if it happened at the McDonald's or Church's Chicken, they would have taken care of the scene better, as if she knows?" Mm. Okay, he says, "Miss Tamara, I saw the inside videos on TMZ. They took it down." Okay. Thaddeus said he don't think he was followed. There were too many opportunities to get him. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. That insurance agent gave Thaddeus a lot of information. Thaddeus Matthews and the insurance. Thaddeus Matthews. Remy, stop. 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 Thaddeus Matthews and Black Youngster got the exact same insurance agent. And I saw that show. They both have the same insurance agent. Well, at the time they did. The last show I saw on that situation that Thaddeus had, the insurance agent and his family allegedly are in hiding because they was receiving death threats. I don't think Stray Drop or Cornelius are the killers. Okay. Donna says, right, Miss T. No balance on fence. Who do you think the CW, CSW, who do you think the killers are? I would like to hear who you think they are. I'm interested. TLO says, Miss T, check out the chess players who set up Dolph interview with TMZ and tell me what you get from that. Okay. Okay, I will. Miss T, I was saying, let me see, remind me of Tasha K, who trashed Cardi B. Cardi B says she was suicidal. Oh, wow. Mm-mm-mm. I don't think Dolph case will be solved if the MPD are involved. Only two people have been arrested when cops have footage. I think there are going to be a lot of surprises, though, CSW. I don't know, though. I know my dog is so embarrassed and no home training. If you listen closely to the on scene video, you can clearly hear Monica tell the police, leave me alone. That's my brother. They only want money for justice. Thank you, Miss C. They only want money, not justice for Dolph. Right. A lot of people were planted to try to throw off the narrative. You said, do I think the agent? I'm gonna go back and watch the insurance agent video. Yeah. Well, I wish I could. Did y'all listen to that insurance? Because Thaddeus recorded that insurance agent. He recorded the whole conversation that they had. He recorded him. He's Adolf. He had nothing but sharks around him. I think he had a lot of people that was jealous of him, but I think those were like but I don't think it was the pre-artist that was jealous of him. I just don't think that. I just don't. I think it was a lot of people in the industry that was also jealous of Dolph. I don't know if it was Coke Figures um video I was looking at when I think it was Coke Figures said that Ti made a comment about Dolph. Yeah, I don't know why my head's so stopped up. Made a comment about Dolph saying that you reap what you sow or something like that. I don't particularly care for Ti, but it seems to me a lot of them was jealous of Dolph. They was jealous of him. Make it make sense that the insurance agent was wrong about that white Benz being black youngster's girlfriend car. You think so? Car Hannah says, I think Black Youngster played a big part in it. Alvarez says, do you Alvarez, you asking me, do I think if I think he's telling the truth, the insurance agent? I don't think he had a reason to lie. That insurance agent kind of hung with, or he kind of dealt with Black Youngster now. They trusted him. They trusted him. I I think, me personally, I don't know, but I don't see why he would lie. I think they trusted him, and I think he went to Thaddeus because he was too afraid to go to the police himself. I think he wanted Thaddeus to pass the information on. Maybe, but I don't know. I just don't see why he would have a reason to lie. If Black Youngster and them are doing business with you, because if you listen to the video, he said we like family or something. He said the killers was inside the cookie shop. The news indicated that Stray Drop and Cornbread arrived in the white car. Doc was already down inside the cookie shop. Remember, they killed the guy for watching Maurice clear out evidence from the cookie shop. What guy was that, Miss Laura? What guy was that? Because I don't remember that. But they can't use their recording in court, right? They probably can't, especially if the young man didn't know he was being recorded. They wouldn't be able to use it if he recorded him and he didn't know he was being recorded. But Thaddeus said that the man knew he was being recorded. So, and if I'm not mistaken, I thought I was looking at one of Thaddeus's videos, and he went and had a meeting with the district attorney, and he said that he had, and then that was during that time. I remember that vaguely, but it's on his YouTube page. Okay, he said he listened to it. People forget Dolph made Key Glock in Moses. Dolph said himself that Key Glock was a millionaire, and all the rest of his artists were wealthy, and he was going to work with them one at a time. He wanted to give each and every one of them his individual time. He said, but all of them was wealthy, but Key Glock was having more than a lot of the artists that have been out for years because he had been working with him more at that point. I wouldn't put it past Gucci Mane was jealous. It's always did Gucci Mane even come to Dolph's funeral? Did he come to Memphis? I don't know if he came. Did he come? Somebody correct me. Dolph said what was going on in Interested in Love. You have to pay attention. Look, because they're taking a lot of them down. Terrion Owens was charged on November 12th for carjacking that white Benz. On November 10th, this story was too deep to be a lie. Everything made sense. I'm telling you. I just don't believe that the insurance agent was lying. I don't know why he would have a reason to lie. Right, he was detailed. Shantae is right. I was in the Cousin Pastor Live that night when he shared the recording. I don't understand why the insurance agent would risk his safety like that, though. Mm. I think with the insurance agent, and I could be wrong, I think that he wanted to go incognito. He wanted to give the information to Thaddeus for Thaddeus to, because a lot of like the law enforcement officers, a lot of the law officials, a lot of the officials in Memphis look at Thaddeus's show and they watch his show because he's a shock jock. They never know what he's going to talk about. So I think he was giving him that information so it could get out there, possibly. Player Co says he got to be real close to youngster because he don't talk around know anybody. He was legit Dog's friend. He didn't come across as lying to me. I heard it. He taped him. The man was scared. The insurance agent said he was going to pack up and move his family. He didn't know Pastor was taping him. The guy um, who did the painting. Yes, Gucci and his family was at Dog. Okay, so Gucci was there. Okay, he came to the wake. Gucci lost his dad and Dolph around the same time. Okay. See, the young lady called Straight Drop name, and the man was saying his uncle told it that work at the cookie shop. I believe allegedly they knew what was going to happen and they were part of the plot. Hmm. I tell y'all, a lot of y'all can be detectives too, because some of y'all be right on point and y'all stuff make a lot of sense. I'm telling you, sometimes I be going, hmm. Straight Drop got 8 songs on his album, and he's rapping about doing drills on all of them. Yeah, I think Straight Drop has a mental illness. Only people I saw at Dolph funeral was Monica and 2 Chainz. Okay, Bankroll Freddie was there. He sounded so scared when he was talking to Thaddeus. That's why I said they want real friends. Gucci didn't even show up to the funeral but made a video, then added Key Glock and some pre-artists to the feature, stuff he didn't do when Dolph was alive. Key Glock said himself that he had the opportunity to see when Dolph died that a lot of these artists that he said he'll never, that's why I understood his interview when he said I don't like nobody and don't nobody like me. I know he was being sarcastic, but I saw where he posted on his on his Instagram story a few months back that it's a lot of these rap dudes that he would never mess with because they didn't treat Dolph right. They weren't solid to Dolph when Dolph died. So I think he has the opportunity to see how a lot of these dudes are just they was fake. They was wanting what they was really wanted what Dolph had. Now they say Boosie is supposed to be coming down here to Memphis or something. I don't even want to talk about that because I'm trying to figure that out. But not only the insurance agent risked his safety, but his dad was running for some political. He sure was. The insurance guy said he had to speak to investigators on that coming Monday. Oh, mm. Yo got it. So now he see he have a weak link and gave Black Youngster the green light. Black Youngster took on beef that wasn't his, so he showed his loyalty to Yo Gotti. So now he see he have a weak link and gave Black Youngster the green light. Narrative changes in the house. They popping up like toast now. um, the one who kept Dolph Memorial nice and clean was Gucci Mane was there. Are y'all talking about Jeremiah? Are y'all talking about Jeremiah? Y'all know I have nobody is really commenting on Jeremiah's case. Jody Badass was there. Monica 2 Chains, Kenny Money, Key Glock, and that's all. Gucci and Ti and a lot more was at Young Dolph's funeral. I hope Ti won there, especially if he made that comment. I'm gonna look for that comment. I heard somebody say, I don't know if it was Cold Figure, somebody. I was looking at somebody's page, and they said that allegedly Ti said that Dolph was reaping what he sowed. Has anybody else heard that? That's true. Purnell says a lot of people got police and military and government in their bloodline, statewide, worldwide, Queen. Absolutely. Because my dad's side of the family, my dad's sisters, two of my dad's sisters, my aunts, one is a sergeant, the other one is a lieutenant. Okay. So, um, and then well, on my mom's side of the family in Indiana, one of my uncles, well, he just retired. He was a police chief for Anderson Police Department in Indiana. And my cousin is a police lieutenant in Indianapolis. Um, Pernell Clayton. Duff got bloodline, family, and law. Duff died Thursday. The insurance man said the police want to talk to him on Monday. Why would the police connect him to the murder so early? T.I. talking reckless now, saying Dolph was arrogant. Oh, so the truth of how he truly felt was coming out. How is that case going? How is that because you know T.I. got a whole lot of sexual assault charges on him. How is that going? Because I remember a time just not too long ago, some women were saying that he was sexually has sexually assaulted him, and he was arrogant. Shakana said that. She said he arrogant and he mean. Boosie new label CMG. That's kind of weird to me. Why would Boosie be on a different CMG label? That don't sound right. That don't sound right to me. It's something weird with that. Dolph died on Wednesday. I don't. Okay, yeah. Miss T, that's why they don't want Pre to thrive. They get strong, the haters get scared. Absolutely. They send people out to try. These young men lost their leader. I want to see people talk about Key Glock want to be like Dolph, this, and that. I want him to try and aspire. I want all of them to aspire to be just as good as Dolph was. That's what I want. But see, I'm one of those ones like to see people win too. Everybody want to come and get some Memphis talent now. Stay away, my people. I think that's strange with that Boosie situation. No, Parnell, I think that beef was fake with Boosie and Neil Gotti. I think that they cool. That's what I think. It's something strange going on with that. Bankroll Freddie, Woo, Key Glock, 2 James Monica. Okay, Daddy O. Okay. Go. Jennifer family showed up at the funeral. Yeah, Jeremiah's case is very suspicious. It's very suspicious. My only question is, do Young Dolph have shooters for real? Well, I don't know, but I would hope that they wouldn't mess their lives up like a lot of these other people have messed theirs up. Just because they haven't been arrested yet, it don't mean that they're not going to be. The people know who what they're dealing with. I feel like it's a lot deeper than anybody would ever know. But I think the pre-artists are privy to a lot of that information. And so they are not going to mess their lives up like a lot of other people have messed their lives up. We want to see them go on and thrive and make a lot of money while everybody else either destitute or in jail, right? That was involved in this, right? Lori Williams says no, Gucci Mane was not there. He was at wake. Okay. I'd be so glad when they get everyone who had something to do with his demise. Me too. I'd be so glad. My day is going good. Thank you, Black Sheep Media. Hi, Miss T, and yes, on Miss Lowdown page. Okay, so you're from Miss Lowdown page. Shout out to Miss Lowdown. I be looking at Miss Lowdown stuff. I like Miss Lowdown's a lot of her content. Laura Williams said, I heard it, Miss T. Okay. Monica J says Dolph was not about violence. Nobody listened to T.I. He washed up trying to be relevant. He sure is. Cornell Clayton says Fire Department too. T.I. doing comedy shows. He a lame. T.I. said, and I quote, a lot of the times I feel like it's ego and energy. The energy you put out is the energy that you get back. He was talking about Dolph. Okay, so that's why those girls filed those charges against him. I guess that's the energy he was getting back when they said he was sexually assaulting them and putting Mickeys in their drinks and stuff like that. And Shekinah was talking about what type of person he was. I guess he would know. Parnell Clayton says T.I. is bloodline to Dolph. T.I. Harris just be talking because he knows YouTube going to run with it. The whole pre be lit. It's only a matter of time. Dolph Spirit gonna make sure pre. Absolutely. I didn't see Tigger, but they said that Adolf was too arrogant. Allegedly, T.I. paid it off. I just told you all people that's coming up now wasn't here when Dolph was here. Allegedly, the chess players are coming out in it. Yeah, pride comes before a fall. Yeah, he got hit us in real life. Miss T, You have that genuine shine like Doc will spin for you too. Thank you, Alvarez. Thank you so much. Tell them at Player Call. They watching it. If so, Boosie do not like them types of people at the time. We will see. Yeah, I think it's something strange about them two CMG things. Y'all watch that real close. It's just something that's off of balance about that. I always say that when something is suspicious, it's something that it takes me off balance. I just ain't looked into it. It just keep so when something kind of takes me off balance, I watch it and stand off and watch it. My new fave pre-artist is Jay Fizzle. Hint, hint. Our new favorite artist, one of them is all of them, all the pre-artists, right? But Jay Fizzle, hint, hint. Jay Fizzle said he got time today. Sparkle says, no, I'm not from her page. I just seen it on her page. I'm from your page. Oh, okay, Lady Sparkle. Thank you, Lady Sparkle. I hope you didn't take that. I'm glad you're from my page too. Okay. Um, CSW said Miss Lowdown keeps it 100. I do believe Miss Lowdown is genuine. I do. Pernell Clayton says, Waho Gotti come in the music business hating. He was hating with 3 6 Mafia and Gucci and Doll. Let's see. T.I. is looking into real estate in Memphis. Oh Lord. Why is everybody trying to come and hijack Memphis? T.I. down in Atlanta busting these girls wide open from the back. Lord have mercy. Allegedly, T.I. is coming to a fact that when rappers get killed, T.I. talks badly about them, but not when they are living. CSW Young Dogs real hitters is the FBI. Yeah, you're right. Salute to the FBI. Um, Joy loves God. Boosie posted that custom searched his private jet a few weeks back, so the feds watching him too. My favorite pre artist is that Kenny Money and Woo. Yeah, I like Kenny Money and Woo too. I hope Hitman Holla do the life of Young Dolph, the movie. Laugh out loud, T, you need to be in the time. Kara Hannah, I really enjoy listening to your show, Miss Tamara. I'm about to get on the freeway and head home and go to the gym and work out, but I will join. So keep up the good work. Thank you, Carl. Thank you so much, and have a good day. Okay. Um, I'm breaking up with Player Cole, my new boyfriend. Rest in peace. And oh Lord, Player Cole, she done quit you. Bloodline coming from Dow stuff. This why Memphis is the new wave. Everybody want to ride. Yeah, it's like people are trying to hijack Memphis. People trying to hijack Memphis. So it makes you think with all these people popping up and looking at Memphis that it's quite a few people that might have wanted Dolph out the way. I don't know. It's just something weird. Miss Hill, like your page, you give the truth and facts, or you don't about what you don't know about. Thank you, Teresa. I've had a lot of police at the funeral too. Y'all heard about Snoop Band's what's that? Taking them chains back from JoJo now. I heard that. JoJo has been very quiet. JoJo Splat has been very quiet. When I look at crimes, I identify who stands to benefit attention on Memphis from for some reason. Pre was the new No Limit. Listen, Laura says, let her break up with Player Code. Here I come. Step stomper from for them kids too. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. They want JoJo Head out here. He doing right. Stay out the way. And you know the sad thing about it is that JoJo Splat is a 19-year-old child. And he acts 19. This is what I've been thinking too, Miss T. You have to listen to trolls and what's been put out there. That's true. I'm gonna tell y'all something. You what? Hey, Miss Michelle, play. You have to pay close attention to what the trolls focus in on. I knew just as well when somebody didn't want something out because I saw how people would get attacked on here. I would go, okay, so that's something that they don't want out. So that person is hitting on something pretty close. Ladies, Miss T, I do enjoy your real talks and chill about you. Keep up the great work. I have to cook the homemade tacos, Miss T. If you was here, I'd make 3 big ones. Where are you at? Oh, I love tacos. I love tacos so much. What state are you in? Thank you, Miss Donna. Miss Donna, what state are you in? If you don't mind me asking. I'd be liking to know what state people are in. Okay, Tamara, coming through on a Friday afternoon. Hey, T-Shy. Young Dolph got the recipe from Master P. Yeah, he had become really close with C Murder also. And Master P did teach C Murder the game. Monica says there are lots of opportunity zones in Memphis. They get dollar for dollar tax credit for investing in real estate located in opportunity zones. Adema not on yet, but I think she has claim on Player Code. Yeah, Demon says she's got a claim on Player Code too. Yeah, Boosie sound like a duck. It's something. I wonder why Boosie would go and get with a company or start a company called CMG. Don't y'all think that's strange? That's just too strange to be real. Don't y'all think that's strange? Um, don't y'all think that's strange that Boosie went and got a company or working with a company called CMG, and he right in now he's supposedly in the Memphis area. It's just too strange to be real to me. It's something about that that's not balanced out. That's absolutely now Miss C, me and you thinking the same way. It's something that's very abnormal about that. Okay, it's something that's abnormal about it. Parnell Clayton says, well, yeah, he says because OCMG is dead. Cold Blue. Uh, Gotti has been signing a lot of artists. Somebody said he signed an artist. He just signed a new artist out of Jacksonville, Florida. Yo Gotti label is Collective Music Group, and Bootsy's is Collect Music Group. Don't y'all see that that's just too much of the same? Some people doing some playing. No, them folks, the same folks. It's something strange. That's just too much of the same. That's the same company. Snoop just threw another shot at Gotti, y'all, on his page. That man, wow. Because OCMG is dead cold. Blue Player Code says then he was in the studio with Big 30. Who's in the studio with Big 30? Boosie label is Create Music Group though. These children is not even making it to 20. Yeah, right. Thanks to the record companies. Yeah, it's something abnormal about that. Them folks playing. They want y'all to think if people think that they're beefing and being competitive, that makes it more interesting. It makes people watch them more. They get they sign different people. Really, they the same people. Then they put insurance on them, get them to beef when it's really the same company, and put all kinds of insurance on them. It's something that's abnormal about that. He signed people who already big though. I don't get that. Oh God, the CMG is dead cold blue, about to be no more. It's good to see you again, Tim. Thank you, Democra. Okay, he signed the artist out of Texas also. Okay. I thought Boosie. Okay, so is it Booby? Lil Booby. I thought Lil Booby was from Memphis. Is his name Booby? Lil Booby. I thought he was from Memphis. They're about to get the money and go. Snoop sure did. He tagged. Oh Lord. They're about to stop all that he not supposed to be doing it. I thought Boosie hated Hogatti. Space Goon, you always say we know the truth. What's the truth? You always say we know the truth, but I want to know the truth too. What is your truth? We all want to know what your truth is. That's what you call a real shot at Ebony B the show. He know they had something to do with taking his CEO out. There are 61 opportunity zones in Memphis. Wow. Cleaning it up, all stealing and corruption in Memphis. Absolutely. We talked about that last night. It's election season, and it's time for it. The Memphians need to get out and and elect other politicians. Anybody that's in office right now, don't vote for them. Vote for their opponent, because these politicians and their lack of not and them not doing what they're supposed to do really is the reason that this crime is out of control. Crime pays for a lot of people. When they did the rebuild Atlanta, that T.I. Killer Mike and Big Boy invested in there was 26 opportunity zones. Talking about he got a whole lot of money. Boosie. Thank you, Kelly, for the super sticker. Thank you. That's not what the founders of hip hop intended for this to be. I don't call this hip hop. I call this B hop. That's right. Vote for somebody who want to make change. Don't vote for the same people and they have not done what they are supposed to do. We definitely don't want that, because they're the ones that helping to destroy the community, because they selling out the people. Tisha says, when I saw the post of YG and MB at the White House together, I was so bothered by that. It legit pissed me off because there is such an air of arrogance with these two acting like they are so stellar. Right. Joe Biden. Now if nothing else, y'all, we understand now, right, why all of these celebrities got wanted us to vote for Joe Biden, why they was promoting for him and they was giving money to his campaign. You saw Beyonce, Jay-Z at the White House, like trying to encourage people, influencing people with their presence to vote for him. Now we see why. Like I said, Joe Biden don't have to live in our communities, but he, if nothing else, when he, because they say he's got Alzheimer's. He's in the beginning stages of Alzheimer's. So whenever his mind comes to, he need to be scared. He needs to know we're not going to vote for him anymore. Whenever he come to his right mind, because they say his mind come and go because he's so old. Boosie has gotten a lot of money helping set up MO3 and King Von. Wow. Boosie a snake. Wow. Dolph has property and landmarks of Memphis. So Boosie was involved in the MO3 situation? Well, he coming. They're looking for people. Sleepy Joe needs to go. That's right, Monica. Sleepy Joe needs to go. Boosie has been doing things that don't sit right. Nobody's. Yeah, it seems like now he just after money, and he's on. And and I'm telling you, Boosie was at one time one of my favorite rappers. Like his sound, he was just one of those ones. You definitely don't want politicians who's trying to pass those voter suppression laws. Absolutely, yeah, they got to stop that. He Boosie was MO3 manager. Why are all these entertainers throwing up the Illuminati sign? It's crazy. It's crazy. Boosie a boss. Stop it, y'all. Okay. What y'all hating on Boosie for? Ain't nobody hating on Boosie. Boosie beat like 4 murders. They do not. Boosie beat the death penalty. Hmm. Okay. It's weird, how um yeah. Oh, okay. The Illuminati came from Freemasonry. And I think I did see that on her page. As a matter of fact, CSW, Miss Lowdown posted that on her page. The Illuminati came from Freemasonry in 1776. Zalikia Petaway truly not voting for Joe. They seem to take all of Dolph's ideas like they don't have a mind of their own. Yes, Boosie was involved in the MO3 setup. Plus, I think the shooting after was fake. Okay. Boosie new label is in Memphis. So was Boosie MO3 before Rainwater became his manager? Boosie for president. If you go to cemeteries, you can see how many people really have the Freemason sign. Don't nobody care about the Freemasons. If Boosie, okay. Tanya G, the first channel I saw post that pic of Dolph was at Isha. Okay. Boosie can't come back here to Dallas, and I said that. Two pistols because they're puppets for the system. They've to show. Boosie didn't beat the death penalty. Boosie Money beat the death penalty. Okay, so Rainwater is MO3's manager. Okay. See, I don't know a whole lot about that MO3 situation. The first time I had heard of MO3, I do believe it was on Miss Lowdown's page, right? And and I still didn't know who he was. So probably some weeks back, um, what I did was I went and I listened to some of I pulled up his music on YouTube, and he could sing and rap. And in his music, he talked about friends turn. I'm talking about Mo3, friends turning on him because of jealousy. He's in some of his songs. He said some of his friends, I believe, he had tried to take him out because they was jealous of him. Then he gets shot in the leg that almost took him out. I thought, I thought so, Auntie Fee. Okay, Memphis shouldn't, Memphis shouldn't welcome Bootsy or Ti. It's because it seems like to me everybody's trying to hijack Memphis for whatever reason, and it seems like it just happened since Dolph was taken out. Cause yeah, he had, I believe at one time Boosie had kidney cancer too. Mo3 was close with Boosie and thinking about switching labels. Oh wow. Yeah, I like Mo3. When I was listening, I was like, he can sing and rap. I like that. I like his sound. I think it's a sad thing though, you guys. Like what people are doing for money, it's got to stop. Like if they do it the way that they should do it, I just got a feeling that when they finish, it ain't gonna be hardly a artist left on the street. They said Boosie came to Mo3 Memorial and got shot. Lord have mercy. That's when he couldn't walk, right? Somebody, I didn't know he had got shot. Lord, Lil Fat was signed to Boosie too. They just need to do it right because these people want to kill. They're taking people out to have money to go buy gold chains. All the money that these rappers make, they go and spend it all on gold chains and gold rings to try and impress people, and then they don't have no money and to rent cars and rent houses. They ain't even owning a lot of them. And then when they run out of money, they want to go take they. Okay. Let's see. Boosie Badass did an album with Mo3. They were good friends and collabed together. Okay. Okay. Auntie Fee said they was good friends. Parnell Clayton says making sure anybody else do it, and Memphis got music artists. Boosie had the number 3 on his jail jumpsuit. Boosie shot himself, waiting to stay relevant. He clout chasing. Dolph Mo3 King Von all just signed to Empire. Okay. I'd rather have a regular job making money than sell my soul. That's true. Boosie didn't have cancer. That raccoon ring around the eyes. Only have diabetes. That's CSW. That's mean. You ain't lying, God, trying to get people to wake up. Lil Fat was Thrill Entertainment. Auntie was Lil Fat signed to Boosie label. Most folks are fronting that they know anything about Illuminati. That's the stage shooting I was referring to. Oh, that's the shooting you. So he shot himself. Lord have mercy. Y'all know a lot of these artists have insurance. They insure themselves too. They insure their bodies. So if something happens to them, they get paid. I hope they ain't you. Well, if you sick enough to take somebody else out for insurance, why wouldn't you harm yourself? Y'all do know a lot of these artists insure their bodies. So if there's anything that happens to them, such as getting shot and something happened to like their voice or their legs or something like that, the insurance company pay them. Because remember a time Jennifer Lopez had put $1 million insurance on her booty. It's Lord have mercy. Lord, what they doing about Empire and having the insurance on artists? All these record heads got insurance on their artists, not just Empire. But I do agree that it is something strange about that. I mean, it is worth looking into. Empire have a lot of artists that come up. If nothing else, that should be looked into. It could be coincidental, but it could be looked into. But I think in Dolph's case, if Empire had anything to do with Dolph being taken out, that would mean that Empire would have had to try to put those hits on him 2 times before, because whoever those people were the ones. It ain't gonna be that far from that. So that means that they need to make sure they check that out, as see if Empire was involved those 2 times before. Auntie fee friends betray you too. That's true. Friends get cut in the back all the time, all day, every day. Doc was going to be part owner of Empire. He was, but he wasn't the CEO. Raccoon eyes, y'all. Y'all mean. Y'all is just too mean for me. Y'all crazy of thinking Boosie gonna shoot himself. I mean, I don't know. I hope he wouldn't shoot himself. Mouse and Trail was the CEO of Trio Entertainment. Not his sugar now. T-Shot, stop. Y'all something. Yeah, Mariah Carey got insurance on her legs. Sure did. They have multi-million dollar policies, not life insurance, but body insurance. You're right. Mariah Carey had insurance on her legs because supposedly her legs was beautiful and blah blah blah. Jennifer Lopez insured her booty. It's good to have insurance. It is. I always wondered about his eyes. Their insurance is so high because of the lifestyle. These surgeries can be horrendous. Y'all, believe it or not, when I was working for the police departments, our medical insurance and the government paid half of it, but we had to pay the other half. Nobody could understand. That's why Texas was able to come and steal and get and lure all the Memphis new officers away, because in Texas the government paid their insurance. I'm talking about their medical insurance. Our medical insurance, when I was working there, even with the sheriff's office, is astronomical. The government pays half, we have to pay the other half. And they would take it out of our checks every 2 weeks. Well, got paid well, with the city you get paid every 2 weeks, with the county you get paid twice a month. The insurance is astronomical, and I'm talking about medical insurance. I think, yeah, it was astronomical. Astronomical. And they said that it was like that because we worked for um the police department, and it was high risk, high stress levels. I just could not understand how you could work for the government and they pay half of your insurance and they did not negotiate the insurance better. It was astronomical. A lot of people say, hell, I'm just working to pay insurance. Let's see. Black Sheep Media says Boosie took advantage of a kid, Marlo Mike, and he hated on Nusi for anything. He a snake that's full of deadly venom. Off with his head. You think Lil Boosie hated on Newski? On the Newski that was just taken out with Moneybag Yo? MO3 was leaving Empire in a week and supposedly signing with CMG. Oh Lord. Uh-oh. Mm. And who had the insurance on him? But if you listen to MO3 said his friends, whoever, he said that the people that used to be, okay. Did the investigators interview the girl that saw the two cars? I don't know. The FBI needs to check those life insurance policies on them deceased rapper. I agree. She got some sexy legs too. Who is that? Oh, you said he's talking about Mariah Carey. J Lo had a few millions on their booty. Why would Boosie get shot in the leg and not the head? Boosie shot himself. CSW, and now you was cutting up. Let's see, little Miss Muffin. Everyone now, hello everyone. Just getting off work, trying to get out of Memphis. So I'll be listening to you on the way home. Okay, little Miss Muffin. Little Miss Muffin says she's trying to get out of Memphis, girl. I don't blame you. Just go straight through. Don't stop nowhere. Don't make no stops. Just go straight through until you see welcome to Mississippi or welcome to Arkansas. Because one thing about the police in Mississippi, well, I live on the outskirts in Mississippi too. I ain't gonna even tell no lies. I had to. It's still basically Memphis, but I was looking at a I was looking at the news one day. I rarely look at the news. I was looking at the news one day, and somebody had somebody out of Memphis was on a high speed chase. They went down to one of these little cities. They went down to Mississippi and did something. And I was looking at that that I believe it was in, it might have been in Horn Lake, the Horn Lake, Mississippi Police Department, because that's turned into the hood too. But I promise you, they fighting. Them police officers not playing down there. That police chief was so mad, he was breathing real hard. He said, they're not going to come from Memphis and come down here and ruin our city. We're not going to allow, he was red. You know, when they turn orange and red, they be angry. And they don't play either. That's why I had to go on and move down there. Let's see, F player code, Miss Laura, gonna get you. A real talk with Tamara, I double checked. Devin Barnes' bond was 100,000. However, the bond was reduced to 20,000. He has a new updated mugshot. I'm glad I went back and checked. Okay. So when he went to court, the judge reduced it. Tina Turner's legs are inside. We should be able to get rich and have as much money as those celebrities without having to sell our soul. That's true, because we're the ones with the talent. And see, that's why they want to take out people like Young Dolph, because they don't want him to get that independent movement going. And these nappy neck, cuckabug head, Negro artists should be right behind him on it, but they mad because they've already signed 100-year deal to 3 different people. So they working like a slave, and they mad at him because he's not, and he's bragging about that he's not. He letting everybody know, hey, I'm independent. Even if he was getting 85%, that's still more like independent. A lot of them ain't even getting 25%, because they signed to so many deals. That's why they constantly signing artists so that they can do them the same way that they've been done, get all their darn money. Have you seen the video, Dot, that Ruth Chris wearing the same clothes the same day before the demise? Tina Turner has the most expensive legs. State and local county government employees' pay wages need to go up, not just federal employees. Absolutely. I'm gonna tell you something. The federal government take care of their people. They take care of their people. On Lucy from Baton Rouge. Okay. Auntie, that makes sense. Thank you for double checking. Life insurance, duh. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Miss Lori Michelle. I only use my VA insurance 100% full coverage. You blessed. Y'all dirty for throwing that on Boosie. That was his little brother, MO3, has already been shot in the head before. Midnight train to Memphis getting booked. No music labels are allowed to have life insurance on nobody's child, period. They shouldn't be, but they do. They do. Um, it's allegedly bossy and more. You have to pay attention. One watch in a house. So what y'all think gonna happen? I'm gonna drop the link. I'm interested in hearing what y'all got to say. What y'all think gonna happen at the next court date? I want to hear what y'all got to say. What do y'all think is gonna happen at the next court date? That Newski dude was psycho, just like Straight Drop. He shot his baby mama car up. The streets got him. No conspiracy there. Oh wow. Hmm. Old school artists had to be in major record labels, and it's different because they streaming music. Boosie let Marlo kill his kid's uncle. Boosie suffered from diabetes real bad. I don't think he would have shot himself on purpose. He also had to have that leg amputated. Oh, he almost had to have that leg amputated because I remember when he was on crutches and somebody was saying he was paralyzed, but I didn't know he had been shot. I know you on DT. Remember, you accidentally put me in timeout on DT. Laugh out loud. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. When I first started doing this, when I used to, there's a star, and when people would make comments that I liked, I would click on the star right, and people was getting mad at me talking about what did I do to get put in timeout, and I would go, "What are you talking about?" I thought I was putting a star by their name, letting them know, I liked the comment or whatever, but actually I was putting them in timeout, and I didn't even know it. Boosie is a raccoon eye. They got to bring. Space Goon, you cap. Mo never got shot in the head. That was a stunt. Get your facts right. Okay. So did they, I think two people was arrested for Mo and charged in Mo 3's murder, wasn't it? They got to bring people to testify for the bond. That's what I was hearing. Oh, they got to bring people to testify at the bond hearing. So is it for the defense or for the prosecutor side? I'm sure the prosecutors already got their people lined up. Cornbread going to get bond at the next court date. Okay. These kids were coached by some cocky nobodies. That is not a carjacking case. They move when told. It was organized. That's where the RICO comes in. These kids were stealing a lot of cars. There are a lot of cars that are being that were being stolen, and the VIN number. Somebody owns a chop shop. Nothing is going to drag out the whole summer, at least till after the election. You might be right on that, Justice Terrell. Boosie shot himself, but I bet he won't do it again since he almost lost his leg. I don't know if Big Newski was Chula Mafia, but he started Gino Gang with Big 30 in memory of Chula Mafia CEO Gino. He has very strong ties to Chula Mafia. I don't know if that led to his death. I don't know. You think about where Newski was killed at. If I'm not mistaken, Player Code, Player Code, correct me if I'm wrong. Player Code, come up here. I want to ask you something. Big Newski, if I'm not mistaken, was if he I think he was taken out in the Kingsgate apartments, okay? I'm very familiar with those apartments. if he was taken out in the Kingsgate Apartments, now it's gated, even though it's the projects, because at one time there used to be some really nice apartments. Wasn't Newski taken out back there in the Kingsgate Apartments?
Yeah, that's where he from. That's his hood.
Now, don't you think that's strange? Because if you've been back there, and I'm sure everybody has, it's not easy. They got a gate that you have to go through. It's not easy to go back there and spin and come back out.
Yeah, that's a
You
one
notice
way
the streets are narrow back there. You can't just go and spin and run out.
in. Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of weird to me. So it ain't gonna be no people that supposedly ops, because all those boys know each other. They hang back there together, and that ain't nowhere that I would go anyways. Not
Now,
at this
word
point.
is he was comfortable where he was at, and there was somebody that knew him, cause like he was out there chopping it up with them folks. Like the word on the street is like he knew where they came from.
Okay, because I was going to say that it just don't, just knowing that the way the structure is, how narrow those little streets are back there in that apartment complex, and all those boys hang together. It ain't like you can go and spin and skirt and you can't hardly get back out once you get
And
back there.
people, it was witnesses out there when they happened. It ain't like it was just him and the killer. Like other people was out there. You know what I'm saying? Like people know exactly what happened
Hmm. So they probably have already retaliated there.
to him. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they've already retaliated. Make it make sense. Says Cornelius is gonna get a bond. He can't afford 1 million. Drop ain't getting no bond. You know what? Judge Coffee might give Cornelius a $10 million bond.
Yup.
Auntie Fee says Mo3 not shot in the head before. He previously had a video shoot that was about his death. Miss Kimberly, I tried to email you. It said the email address was not valid. Is it realtalkwithtamara@gmail.com? Realtalkwithtamara@gmail.com. Last month, the dad and son got arrested for having a chop shop.
Yeah, I saw that.
But you know what? That's probably not the only chop shop in Memphis.
It's a lot of that going on. Like you just look at the news. Like for some reason, auto theft is on the rise down here.
Do you think that Cornelius really want a bond? I don't think that would be logical.
I feel like this, like, and I feel like he know this. Like right now, jail is the safest place for him. Whether he did or he didn't do it, just by the accusations over his head, jail is the safest place for him. I say that.
Because Cornelius lived 4 minutes from that cookie shop. Cornelius ain't gonna be safe. He gotta going back to that same hood. That's suicide.
Cause you ain't just got no money to up and move like that and get low.
Not unless somebody gonna help him to move. But
Yeah,
I think if somebody sent him, I wouldn't trust them because they don't know whether he gonna flip or not. I wouldn't trust them. Those would be the main ones I would be trying to stay away from. And then too, it seemed like everybody, because I ain't never seen nobody hide as good as Shondell Burnett.
and then okay, like if just let's just say if he do get a bond, he still got the carjacking charge he got to deal with, right?
Well, one of those charges was dropped. That theft of property 10 to 60,000 was quietly dropped, and it was quietly dropped back in January. I found that kind of strange too.
Yeah, that you just shocked me with that one.
That was strange.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was him, I wouldn't want to get out because he might be doing a little cooperating, and you know, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then another way this could fall, like, let's just say he is cooperating, and like he telling man, I'm gonna need a reasonable bond. Cause sometimes people do feel like just, even though he know his life in danger if he get out, a person still would rather get out than be in the jail. See, I don't just know what type of dude he is, but like if he a real street dude, he would have that mentality, man. They gotta deal with me when they see me.
Well, the thing about it is, people want to believe he innocent, but he got a history, a
And like
long
you
one.
said, then he in that area, so like it just ain't no coincidence you were picked up, buddy.
Absolutely, and he lived right in that area that Straight dropped them hung out in. Miss Auntie Fee says Cornelius bond hearing was reset for witnesses to testify. I wonder, was it for the prosecution or for the defense? Probably for the defense.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you gotta have people like when you have a bond hearing or come testify, he go work her, he go be staying her, all this old stuff. Cause like, they be strict about letting you out on the murder bond anyway. It be a lot of stipulations in your bond.
Lauren Mitchell says a lot of people talk about a white Corvette at the scene of Dolph, but 30 drove one and Newski drove his around town too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Did Teasy have one? I heard somebody say Teasy had one.
I think he had a Benz. I ain't sure.
Mm. I commented on Auntie Fee pages months ago and told her that's not true. I've been blocked ever since. What? What is you talking about? Make it make sense. Oh dang, projects have gates. Yeah, because those used to be. You have to understand when those apartments was first put up, they were really upscale apartments.
Yeah, they went down real fast.
Yeah, they went down real fast. The email you gave
Hold
me
on,
is
right
not valid. Did you type real talk with Tamara at gmail.com? Now Newski was backdoor for sure. Yeah, he was. But I think I told y'all that when that first happened, I asked somebody that worked downtown about him, and they said, "Well, um, it because I thought I was trying to see if it was some type of retaliation or something." And I told y'all that he said that no, it's gonna be one of them people right around him. So more than likely so. I think he's stupid to get bond. Me too. Okay, have you all smashed the like button? Should be no bond, period. DC judge gave it bond and young dude got out, did another murder. Okay. And that happens quite a bit. He was taken out in Kingsgate. He had to be backdoored. Something said right. Because it's not even easy. They got you right. There's a gate, and then the streets back there are very narrow. Ain't nobody gonna come in there and spin and get back out. It's not easy to do that. Shoot, when you trying to turn around, it's hell to try to turn around and get out. Cornbread isn't going to live long on them streets. He better stay in the cell. Yeah, real talk with Tamara at gmail.com. Shondell CSW says Shondell Barnett is dead. Oh, okay. Who CSW? Who took him out? Hey Tamara at work watching your show. Love listening to you. Much love from Moscow. Thank you, Christian. I like Moscow, Tennessee. I should have moved out there. That's what I should have did. I should have moved to Moscow, to the country. But I like the area I'm living in now.
Yeah, I'm back. My bad about that.
Mm-hmm. Moscow, Tennessee in the house. I told him I should have moved to Moscow
Whoa.
and lived in the country.
That show what that is. Straight bone dogs.
It's better than all this crime.
Yeah, like I be saying it like, if I get my money right, I wouldn't mind having a house like this just away. For one, you ain't gotta worry about nobody just popping up on you, and you be away from a lot of stuff.
Florida Two Pistols says Shondell may be in witness protection. If not, when they do get him, he will sing like he is in the opera.
Yeah, 'cause ain't no way they still looking for him. You can tell
I'm
that's something
telling you.
Not no
Some,
fish.
I
No.
wonder if somebody hurry up and send him overseas or something. But even then, he'll get caught at some point.
Now that's the only way I can see him like running for as long as he been running. Some money gotta be behind him. He gotta have a bag.
Right. It's weird. I think a lot of people get discouraged, especially when people are cocky. But everything always comes to a head.
Yeah.
Lauren says Big 30 still hanging out on Mill Branch like it ain't a war going on. I hope he ain't still hanging out over there.
He young.
How old is Big 30?
Probably he ain't no older than 22, I believe.
My God. Yeah, I think he's in witness protection, Auntie Fee. That's what I think. I always thought that I felt like it was strange because they had not even said anything about that.
Nothing. Nothing.
They had not said anything about it. Actually, I'm gonna be honest. The first time the person that brought attention to because nobody knew, like people still thought that he was in jail. But I think the first blogger to bring attention to that was Onan TV.
Mm-hmm.
He realized that he was like, what happened to what's his name Shondell Barnett?
Yeah.
He's not in jail. And that's when people started looking. It was like Shondell Barnett. Yeah, well, nobody even knew that he was not in the system anymore. And then after that, that's when people started saying, um, you know, well, they started saying they mistakenly let him out. And remember, it was almost a month prior that they allegedly let him out, right?
Yeah. So if there was a mistake or whatever, why they didn't been like when they let that dude out from South Memphis that had that murder charge? Man, as soon as they found out that he got out, he was on the news. They was showing his face. Not no next month later, this same day.
Yeah, and here's the thing. My cousin is a lieutenant at the Indianapolis Police Department. I call him being nosy. I was like, who dropped the ball? I want to know what are they saying down there? He said, "What you talking about?" I said, "What are they saying? Who dropped the ball with this Shondell Barnett person? The young man in the Young Dogs case." He said, "Did something happen after since he was picked up, since they was arrested?" I said, "They mistakenly let him out." He said, "How come we didn't know that?"
That's crazy.
So that's why it was always strange to me.
Now that's weird right there.
Because when they mistakenly let people out, especially on charges less important than Shondell Barnett, they have it everywhere, all over
Yeah.
Memphis. The news gonna report on what kind of disciplinary actions was taken and
Mm-hmm.
everything. Auntie Fee says Big 30 posted that he was minutes away from Newski before he was killed. I wonder why somebody around Newski would want to take him out.
Oh, he was in the street for real, like he was a real hitter, like so. You can't say behind it. Like some people be saying it's behind Young Dolph. I don't know, but like he was in the street for real. He was a real hitter.
Hmm.
But it is funny that happened in his hood though. So like they let
Yeah,
you know
that
it's
is
funny.
funny. That means whoever it was trusted back there with them.
Yeah.
Moneybag Yo posted there will never be another Newski or somebody. It's another young man that was taken out that they know. So I guess with Moneybag posting that, he's the leader. He's their leader. Laura Williams says you do a great job representing Tamara Black Sisters, Black excellence and support. Thank you, Miss Laura. Country Grammar back on live, y'all. That's right. He Country Grammar for real. They like your accent, player call.
Yeah.
TLO says, Miss T, how long have Burnett been expired? Somebody they don't know they don't know that. They just saying that he did. Whoever I think CSW said that they don't know. Um, I like listening to the young man on the panel, Miss
Appreciate
Teresa. Rest in peace, Young Dog says, I think youngster hiding Shondell because ain't no way he ain't caught yet. And I see he was in this Shake Some video. Some people said that that wasn't Shondell. Do y'all think that was him? Because if you look at the texture of the hair, it do look different.
Yup. I don't know, man. Oh no.
I'm gonna go and compare. I'm gonna go and compare those pictures. I really don't go back and do it because this Young Dog's case, I'm telling you, like I know how obsessive I become, so I kind of just I don't go and do a lot of comparing and stuff like that. I like to commentate about it,
Right.
but as far as like doing a whole lot of investigations and stuff like that, pulling up, because I don't know how to scratch the surface on investigations. I done told people not to call me.
They stay doing it so you hop on
Unknown.
for real. But okay, let me ask you this. Like I know Shondell moved to Texas or whatever, but when he was in Memphis, what hood was he from?
He lived in, he's from Memphis, right?
Yeah.
But when he went to, he moved to Virginia, and he was there for a little while, and then he moved back to Memphis, and then when he moved again, I think he lived in Memphis again for like a year, and he always lived in the Arlington and Fort Worth area.
Okay.
I didn't, and I would think the DFW area is right there together, Dallas and Fort Worth.
Mhm.
So, who lives in the Dallas Fort Worth area? How far is Dallas from Fort Worth? Because I think they're all there together in Arlington. Is Arlington like on the outskirts of Dallas? Because the majority of his addresses was in Arlington. He had some Fort Worth area addresses, but he mainly lived in Arlington, Texas.
Now I'm gonna tell you who he looked like.
Not Arlington, Irvin, Texas. Irvin.
Okay.
Not Arlington, but Irvin.
He looked like he could be some kind of Gotti manager, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Them two can go for brothers. That's who I thought they were when I first seen the picture.
Really?
Jason's just a little bigger than him.
They probably is related. You talking about Shondell?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Because looking at that young man that was in that Shake Some video with Youngster, y'all go back and look at that video. The texture of their hair. Shondell has very fine hair. That other man had. He's a full course Negro. And they look alike. They do look alike. They got those dark features with those thick eyebrows and stuff. But I was paying attention to their hair. CSW, I spread a lot of money hiding Shondell. Okay, I agree. I think he in PC, yeah. That's more than likely where he is. I've been saying he was in witness protection because why is there no reward for his arrest? He shouldn't be safe where he's at. Darrell
Is
Brown.
Warren still showing up?
He's still showing up wanted for, yeah. He got the same charges as straight dropping them guy.
Well, you can be in jail, and when you look in the computer, your warrant will still be showing up like it's an active warrant too, though.
That's true. And if he's in protective custody, they're gonna throw people off. Or, um, I heard it didn't have anything to do with Dolph, that it was a retaliation on Moneybag for something.
That could have been the case too, because Moneybag into it with a lot of people.
Wow. And see, I always thought that because somebody had told me that Moneybag was always real quiet and always tried to stay out of trouble.
Like
And
he's trying to stay out the way. Like it's just I'm telling you, summertime smoking in the air. Like it's a situation going on with Big Boogie. Like the people don't even know about now. When Big Boogie shot that video in Corner Village, another rapper from their hood, they had made some posts about Big Boogie saying he had the police out there with him. Well, yesterday the same dude was shooting a video. His video got shut down a couple of times, but he was doing a diss song toward Big Boogie.
who's doing the diss song?
I forget this rapper name. He just got off the porch. It's one of Boogie old homeboys. And I don't know what they feel that about, but I ain't cool no more. And when Booger did his video, you know, he had a lot to say, saying Booger was out there with the police, he was scared and all that.
Oh wow. See,
Yeah,
when this stuff first started happening, you know, I was looking at social media and people were saying, you know, that they didn't think that Moneybag would be involved and he wasn't the type of person. But I can't lie, you know, just paying attention recently, Moneybag seemed like he been trolling.
like I don't know, it kind of go both ways when him, cause like you know he was around some people and somebody made a comment about dog, and he told the people they wasn't on it, but then he just hopped on songs and said a couple of things. I don't know. He throw out both vibes to me.
Right. An unstable person is very dangerous. Um, let's see, Lachelle McGee says, Miss Tamara, I heard that Snooter Wow was about to sign with Pre. That's why he got killed. You ring that was a hit. Lachelle, she said you ring that was a hit. My grandma used to say you reckon, or now she say you Reagan that was a hit. Um, I think Snooty. Somebody set Snooty up. I,
Yeah,
I don't know
he
who,
had
but
his own thing going with the music. Like I forgot the name of his little entertainment. Yayo Team Yayo. That's the name of his entertainment. He was like trying to create and build his own brand.
yeah, it whoever it was, it seemed like they set him up because they said that the car was the SUV was on the side of the road, and they flagged them down like they needed help, and
Right.
he got out to help them. So whoever it was knew that he was coming that way.
It's something funny about it. It's something real funny about it. Like it's something I ain't saying, and like they need to go back and talk to that lady who was out there, cause like she know way more than what she was saying. Cause like I said, he just got out of prison, so like I know how when you get out of prison, like you might have a gun around, but like you just ain't finna get out riding around with that gun off the muscle, especially like if it ain't no smoke in the air. Like you can't be playing like that. It's too much of a risk.
CSW said that was Shondell in the video. He had more gel on his hair that day.
Man.
Oh my God. Whoever CSW has been cutting up since they've been in here. Laura Michelle says, I've been wondering what happened to Snooty Wow. It's been hush.
Yeah, I ain't
Okay.
saying nothing about it.
So Irvin is like 15 miles from Dallas. Because yeah, he lived more in Irvin. He lived in Fort Worth, but more in Irvin, Texas. Okay, 30 minutes. When they were caught, the feds took Straight Drop to one jail and Shondell to another in a whole nother city miles away. Yeah, they did. And that was strange too. But I guess, you know, they didn't want them to be there together, but they could have put them in different cells,
Yeah, that was real weird. Like that's weird.
40 to 50 miles. You have to wonder who called and gave that drop. Because
Mm-hmm.
my cousin says that they waited outside of their hotel on them to come out. The
But
feds
see
knew that
where
they
he
couldn't
kept
book the
messing up
hotel.
at, he kept posting on social media from his real phone. Like, dude is a crash dummy for real.
You think he was the one posting?
On his real page, yeah. Like when he was on the run, like if you go type his name in on IG now, it's like 15 pages go come up. And I told you, like once one page get hot, he'll sell it. You know what I'm saying? There was 7 pages on there and everything, but the real John he was posting off of there.
Oh wow. Okay, so they said it's about 20 minutes from each other. Um, okay, so they said Irvin is not far like Jackson, Tennessee to Memphis. What is Jackson like 55 minutes?
You know, not
An
even
hour?
I say about an hour.
Okay. Okay. I'm about to look at the video right now though. What did Straight Drop go all the way to Dallas, Texas for? Because remember they said the Fed says that they traced Straight Dropping them
To check
from Texas to Virginia, remember? And somewhere else.
Atlanta.
They probably was going picking up payments and stuff. But I do believe, in my opinion, that Indiana was the destination. Cornelius gonna have to get on some strong drugs to stay up and watch his back from all sides. Yeah. Who's ever assisting to hide in Shondell, he must be worth something. I don't think that was Shondell in the Black Youngster video, but I don't have any proof. Yes, our areas are 25 minutes apart max, a big cluster. Okay. Jason is a tab darker too. Uh Jason. Who is Jason?
I told you this yo got a manager.
Okay. CSW says Moneybag Yo is a snake. That's not. Demon says, "Oh hey Demon up. Your girlfriend up play a call." Black Sheep Mafia says, Honeybag shows always getting hit up. Honeybag. Oh, they mean money bag. Because I'm sitting here thinking, who is Honeybag?
Oh, my.
He messed with a he messed with a punk too before. Black Sheep Media. You don't know that. You don't know that. Moneybag switched up on that gang. He was initially with Player Gold. Probably know what I'm talking about. Boo Dirty and them.
Yeah.
Is Boo Dirty is a rapper, right?
Yeah, from South Memphis.
Okay, he from Walker Home.
Walker Home, yeah, same place he from.
Let's see. OG Boo Dirty beef with Moneybag. Also, they still beefing? I thought they all made up.
I don't think so, but like like him and B.O. Kenny had did a song and they had squashed it, but then they still were like on as you throwing shots. I don't know what they really got going. Cause like Moneybag still be with certain people from Walking Home, like Buddy Gray was around him when they was in when they was in Vegas. So certain people from that hood still be with Moneybag.
CSW says, "Who is Snooter Wiles?" I think it's Snooty Wiles.
Yeah.
OG Boo, OG Boo, Dirty Bloodline family. He fire in his music. Taylor Bloodline. Let's see. Good evening, Glennis. Black Sheep Media. All CMG affiliations sweet in their own way. Same thing. What happened to? This must be a good day Friday. I believe Shondell gave the drop and got the award money. It's something went on strange with that.
Like, how they just go know pinpoint where they get in traffic? Like, hold on for a second.
Straight Drop came to trick off the bag with creamy cookie. Lord have mercy. Tamara asked Country Grammar to say there again. Okay. I think Straight Drop went to Texas to get across border to Mexico. But then he went back north though, because he was found in Indiana. He turned around and went way back north. Shondell locked tough with Black Youngster and soft with Straight Drop. That's not Shondell and Black Youngster. Okay, Kim said that's not him. I know I was looking at that hair texture. I was like, it's something different about Shondell has fine hair. Super, super fine hair. U.S. Marshal says they got it tipped to their location. And that's weird, ain't it, Auntie Fee? It's kind of weird. Like I said, and then he get out and nobody knows about it. Tam, I'm serious. You got to listen to his song. Okay, which song is that? Shondell used to live on Cameron Street in Memphis. Okay. They say CEO Teasy all on Twitter on vacations and stuff. I wonder if he went down there and got if he's been questioned. You see how she look? Who would pay Creamy Cookie for some? Give Tam a trillion likes and a trillion subscribers. Thank you, Democra. For those of you that haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. That would mean so much to me.
And share the video as well.
And share the video. And share the video. That would mean a lot. They said they wanted to hear you say something, player code, right there or something.
You said say what right there?
They said, yeah. I guess that's what they wanted to hear.
I'm tripping for real.
Teresa Kane says, but at that time they had a lot of trouble at the border, so maybe he couldn't cross over. Oh, you think that's what it was? I think they was trying to hide out in Indiana. I do. I think somebody had somewhere for them to hide. Straight Drop went north thinking it was safer because the South was too hot for him. Glock said some real damaging words in their freestyle with Dolph. What he say? On what they running for? They had nothing to do with it. They all ran from Memphis, Tennessee. I know. Okay. Key Glock, no choice. Straight Drop like Young Cookie. Let's not forget. And why would she lie? I don't know why she would lie. I don't know though. Some people said they think she was advertising because I did hear her because I looked at a little bit of it. She did say, I'll screw all of them if they got some money. And so some people said they felt like she was advertising. You'd be surprised what people would lie about. They're putting it out there, that she'll do whatever. They can be touched in Mexico too. Good evening, everybody. Hello, Nola. Nola, are you from New Orleans? Make it make sense. Stupid Duke is on another bad case. Who is Stupid Duke?
That's one of Moneybagg used to be homeboy.
Oh, so they beefing?
Yep.
Why is everybody beefing? That's what I can't understand.
Everybody want to be the head honcho.
Everything that happened in the cookie shop, Glock said it in his freestyle. What freestyle was that? Where's that freestyle at?
What's the name of it?
Yeah, what's the name of it? Okay, Black She says not you, Tam. I'm talking about the one who questioned my facts. Okay. She was on Skull's panel the next night. Everybody knows CMG had him hit. Sad. Okay, Nola. I got friends in New Orleans. Sabrina says, well, she is the business Creamy got to make her coins. Lakeisha Harris at $5,000 bag just for an hour with Creamy Cookie. So she's screwing for bags? Oh, God.
Hey, I done heard about some going for lower than that.
That's sad. I it's a sad thing what it has come to with a lot of these young ladies that don't understand or know their worth. They're so in love with things that they're doing anything for things, like setting people up just to be able to go buy a $5,000 bag. And like you said, some of them for less than that, a couple $100. They selling their bodies.
Don't have no Percocets. Oh my God.
And you know what's so sad is for a long time, I'm so green. When I used to hear people talking about, I make my own $40. I used to be like, well, dog, why is everybody talking about I got my own $40 or whatever? I had no idea that these girls was out here selling their self for $40.
Yeah.
You know, that's a sad thing.
They can go donate some blood and get that. They play.
Yeah. You know, I was like, dog, why is everybody talking about I got my own $40? I'm like, $40 ain't nothing. Like, what is they talking about? And these folks are out here. I didn't know these girls out here prostituting for $40. It's sad. It is sad. And if you look at how they argue with each other over the internet now, especially if they getting a few $100s, you mad because I'm getting a bag for what I do. Like they brag about selling their bodies. It's just so it's sad that this generation don't even know to understand their worth and just how messed up a lot of the people in this generation is. That's why these young men can go out here and kill and brag about it just like it's a doll or something. You know, I was listening to Big 30 and I like Big 30. And
Yeah, he cool.
you know, it was kind of disappointing. He had posted something and he was like, y'all can't claim that body because somebody else killed him. Like they want to be able to claim bodies and stuff. These are human beings. Like that's animalistic thinking to want to claim bodies. And they taking people's lives and destroying families and ultimately destroying their own lives because it's getting ready to be some new politicians. And these politicians, people are so tired, they're going to put in politicians that's going to make these laws heavy. The laws are getting ready to be changed in June anyways. Danielle says, what's Kamisha Henderson's relationship to Moneybag? You know what, Danielle? Now, his last name, if I'm not mistaken, Moneybag's name is DeMario White. Kamisha Henderson's name is what? Kamisha Henderson White.
Mm-hmm.
And her last name is hyphenated. She might be related to him by marriage. Moneybag might be related to her sons by blood. You know. They need to cut out all that beefing. That's not cool. That's true. Now, White is a common name, but you know that's just too much of a coincidence. And then they say the man that owned the building over there, that laundry, but that's an old man. His last name White too. You know, the White is a common name.
Yeah, that's a lot of people last name.
2 Chainz says, live from Wyoming. You live in Wyoming? Are you black? Because I've never known a whole lot of black people to live in Wyoming. I'm gonna tell you something. I looked up hoods in Wyoming. They don't have no hoods.
Well, I might need to go there then.
They don't have no hoods in Wyoming.
Now I don't know about that. I just heard about it. I ain't doing no purchasing.
Lakeisha, that sound like you know Player Cole.
Yeah, I ain't doing no purchasing.
Friend says a $5,000 bag when they don't have 2 nickels to put in it. They sure don't. They ain't even got no money to put in it. They walking up bragging about an empty bag.
The bag will never see over 500.
CSW says a money bag got a slot. It used to be homeboys. Money bag what's that? Days seem to be numbered. Huh?
I'm lost on that.
Yeah, me too. Jesus, that's awful. Kamisha Henderson White and DeMario White are related. I'm not sure how closely. Tim Westwood TV, Dolph and Glock freestyle. Check it out. Okay. CSW, a bag, not a house, land, or nothing. Right, just the bag. To brag about a bag that they got on their arm and ain't got no money in it. Selling bodies for all that rah-rah ish. And that's what they doing. They selling their bodies for and don't care. Like it I can't understand how these girls. I don't understand. How could you put yourself through that to be laying with all of these different spirits that you don't know anything about? You would think that it would gross them out.
Man, it's kind of normal. Like, I got a homeboy, and like, that's what his girlfriend do. I'm like, bro, how do you be kissing her for?
You say he got what now, player call?
I got a homeboy, he got a girlfriend, and like, that's what his girlfriend do. That's how he make her money. And I'm like, bro, how is you even with her?
She prostitute?
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Sometimes he take on the dates. I'm like, bro,
Oh my God. And what did he say?
He like, man, man, she go get the money, man. That's all I'm worried about. I'm like, bro.
Oh my God. So he mm.
Whew.
Whew.
If you do better, you want to do better.
He says it's like 4 black people in Wyoming. I believe you. Probably they said real justice for Jeremiah Taylor. Yeah, I wanted to be some justice for Jeremiah Taylor, and I believe it's gonna be some because they real quiet about that. You don't hear them say nothing. I think that might all while this case is going on. I think that might be the element of surprise. Like,
where was he killed at?
On his way, he had some kind of masseuse business, and they said that when he was leaving work, somebody stalked him and pulled up to him and shot him. But they show a picture of the car, the black Mercedes that was tinted out. It was parked on the it pulled in on the lot of a bank. So if they got that, they went and got cameras of the surrounding areas, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they saw that movement of that car.
It's cold right there.
Yeah, that's cold. Because why would somebody want him? People say it was because of that memorial, but he had been cleaning that memorial all that time. So, I mean, that I don't think that had nothing to do with nothing.
I don't think it is. That's just, I don't know. It's weird though.
Yeah, it's weird. It, I, mm, mm, it is. Pernell says probably why Jeremiah Taylor was killed. Why do you think he was killed? I missed that. Tamara, I said Moneybag Yo have a lot of views to be homeboys. It seems like his days might be numbered. I think he stay out of the city though, don't he?
He don't stay in Memphis. He been moved. But he still
Yeah.
would be down here, but like you ain't gonna really know about it.
Bro, a real simp if he do that. Take your girl to turn tricks. He was killed on Get Right. And don't nobody be on Get Well. I saw one of his cousins or somebody said that whoever it was, they followed him from work. Now he was a masseuse. I don't know if I saw how sensually he massaged those women, but he been doing that.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy though.
But that seemed more like a hit. I think if it was a crazed husband, he would have been way more emotional. He would have shot him coming out of his place.
Yep. Soon as he faints, they wouldn't even let him make it to the car thinking he got something in the car.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Auto theft is weekly here in West Virginia, and we still haven't found our Jeep almost 2 years ago. Wow. That's because they be changing the VINs and reselling the cars.
Mm-hmm.
901 says he was coming from work. Moneybag is in Atlanta. I figured he was. Somebody said he was killed by a blogger.
What?
I ain't never heard that. Catalea says, hey, Miss T in chat. Hello, Catalea. What up, fam? Hi, Nicole. That's Nicolay. Sounds like they all played a part in Dolph case. Doesn't seem like Dolph was very close to anyone. Jeremiah posted on Instagram and his caption said, "For the last time." Really? What did I wonder what he meant for the last time?
Dang.
I haven't even gone to look at his he said, I know they real quiet about that case. I'm still having issues signing up for membership. Oh, that somebody said you might have to do it from a laptop. Player code, did you sign up from a laptop?
Yeah, I did it on my computer.
Okay, yeah. Somebody was saying you might have to have a laptop. I don't know.
Yeah, cause sometimes like on YouTube, like some stuff you can't do off your phone. You gotta do it from the computer. I ain't gonna lie.
He must knew somebody was after him.
What was see, I don't know what he was into, so it'll be hard to say like what he had going on.
It is strange. And then there was a Mercedes that was used. It was just black with
Up
tinted
to date
windows.
Mercedes,
Huh?
up to date Mercedes.
It looked like it was kind of up to date. It looked like it. I bet you they didn't went and took that car and got rid of it. As soon as they saw it on the news, they went and burned it.
You better know it. If they had any sense now. Cause I thought they about straight dropping them and you see what they did.
Straight dropping them was so used to getting away with stuff. I, I don't. I don't know. I don't. It's almost unbelievable. You know, it was a young lady that got on here and said that it was some people that pushed straight drop, told straight drop to do all that, and nothing was gonna happen to him. I do believe that he was involved, but I do believe some people told him to do that.
Yeah.
He must knew somebody was after him.
I feel like they plotted on it. Them wasn't nothing just like when they woke up that day, let's take Dolph out there. I think that was plotted, like, even before Christmas that was in the making.
Yeah, I think so too. Cause see, Doc, you talking about before? Yeah, cause they killed him right before Thanksgiving,
Mm-hmm.
and they knew he was coming to town. Let me ask you something, player code. Do you think that somebody put a bag on his head?
Yeah, of course. Cause
And
like, okay, like if this just would have been from, straight drop feeling like Dolph didn't sign him, he signed the ops. I feel like he would have dealt with this situation back then. All these years wanting to roll back, then boom, I'm finna go take Dolph out.
right, because that stuff had happened back in 2017.
Yeah. So I think like this been brewing for a minute. I don't know who knew him and knew he probably just didn't care for Dolph. They might have it been, they talked to him, man. Look, I guess it is right here. You gonna get rid of him right now.
Make it make sense as Jeremiah was on Skull show and was killed a few days later. Maybe Skull killed him. I'll stop. Make it make sense. I don't know about that. I don't know why Skull would have a reason to wanna.
Yeah, he don't strike me from the kill either though.
Yeah, I don't see why Skull would want to have Jeremiah taken out. I don't know about that. I don't believe that.
Especially after he'd have been on the show.
Right. All these Mercedes Benz in these murders. Right. That's what they're stealing and take it to the chop shop. But that Mercedes had a tag on it. But was it the real tag?
Yeah, cause like that's what they doing. Like like you gotta be careful when you buy these cars. Like people selling stolen cars and rental cars, and like they get these charges, they just don't any tags on them because they ain't never planning on stopping from the police from the get go.
The chief of police says that Covington said that the white Benz was used in multiple games. But you know what? Somebody did say that the U.S. Marshal said that their car was not stolen. that white Benz. You know, some,
That's kind of funny too, cause like that whole carjacking thing, that's funny.
yeah, that man did say that car was not stolen.
That's why it's mind. It's a lot going on with it.
You notice they, like I said, they being tight-lipped about it because so many things are connected, and then you have to try to keep the witnesses safe. I know for me, I don't want to know who no witness is. It wouldn't even. I want the witnesses to feel safe and be secure
Yeah.
because I want Dog's case to be solved. Miss T, told you people been saying the brother BJ paid for the hit. Who is BJ? I'm trying to think who BJ is. Now, y'all know I have to think with these initials. The brother BJ.
I'm
I'm
lost on
trying.
that one.
I'm trying to think of everybody's initials.
Ah, okay. I know what they're talking about.
I promise you, I don't know.
Big Juke.
Oh, I don't know how I let that one. I don't know why that one didn't. I was thinking about everybody but that.
I ain't even want to call his name, man.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has said that. I've heard a lot of people say that. Especially on here, I have heard that.
Yeah.
Scope. Wait a minute. Mike Baker says Scope beat female and steals. What is he talking about, Mike? What are you talking about? Cataleo says, "Hey, Laura Williams." Nicolay says there would be several white Benzes and one set of plates. Little Miss Muffin, he had Exco to delete the footage and was killed the next day, I think. Oh
I
wow.
watched that interview, like he really just wasn't saying nothing. He was just talking about the
Really?
and he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He just started doing it, keeping it up. That's what he was talking about, how he was keeping it up, what he was doing up there.
Really? So he didn't diss the people at all.
I didn't hear him do that.
Because I heard Stepper say that he was on there dissing people. Allegedly. And the Big Stepper ain't been in here in a while. He probably got another name now.
Mm.
Nicolay says, I know folks that used to swap VINs from salvage vehicles to stolen vehicles. I mean, to stolen ones. Yes, safety is a big deal in this case. You know, Juke. Rest in peace, your dog spelled it out for me. Lord have mercy.
Hard on that, man.
He was talking about the SUV they caught them in. Colt figure back on talking about WAC 100. They had him hot. They sure had him hot yesterday. Colt figure starts sweating.
Yeah, when he get mad, that man stay sweaty. That man a fool, though. I be tripping off him.
Yeah, I wouldn't even intend to stay on this long. I gotta get my hair braid. Yeah, I looks like Aquanisha. My hair is so freaking thick. Y'all know I be wearing my braids and stuff. So it was time. I can never wear them any longer than like 5 or 6 weeks. Some people go, you can get 2 months out of them. I can't have braids hanging and raggedy or
Oh,
nothing like that. I have to go get them redone because my hair grows extremely fast and it's very thick. So I'm getting ready to get off of here, you guys, so that I can go get my hair braided. I already hate to sit here all night. But I want to thank you, Player Cole, for coming up.
appreciate it, man. You have been out here 3 hours. You could have had half of your hair
I
did,
know
man.
I could have had half of my hair did. It's a darn shame. Thank y'all for tuning in. Okay, I'll be back. Let's see, I'll be back tomorrow night. But I'll be in my group for all of my members. I was trying to upload a video. I was talking about some stuff and that's only exclusive to my members. I'm trying to figure out how to do it, but I still got it. It's pre-recorded, so y'all
When
can
you
look at it.
upload it, it's go have it. If you doing it off your phone, you hit that side button and it's go have the choice members, public, and this which one you hit. It's gonna have 3 options right there.
Okay. All right, that's what I'm gonna do then.
Yep.
All right, you guys. I'll talk to y'all later, okay? Y'all have a good day.
All right, be safe.
Okay.